bit better, yeah. What's going on, and welcome to London Football TV. Ron, we're back, sir. I think I was counting earlier. This is maybe our 111th live stream that you and I have done together. It's an absolute pleasure to be back here for some LJM U18 AAA 2026 action. Ron, you've been here all day. How you feeling, brother?
Tired. It's a long weekend. It's the first weekend of football action for us. Of course, we did have the exhibition games here last weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really, a really good slate of games today. Started off with the U18AAA team. They played the Niagara Spears and won handily. U14 AAA team won handily, 46-6, I believe it was. And we just saw, Adam, there was a struggle. 27-5 was the final against these Waterloo Warriors for the Junior Mustangs. Really great game. Let's talk about these varsity U18 Mustangs going for something that has never been done in the province before, which is a three-peat.
Yeah, at this level, the OSFL being a newer league, we were in the OPFL for a hot minute.
Okay, I'll even go back to the OFL.
Yep.
Okay. Nobody had ever won 3 in a row. Somebody's won 2 in a row. Okay, back in the day, the Ottawa Myers Riders, where they had a certain quarterback that ended up going down to the University of Florida to play down there. They won twice at the JV level. Nobody's ever won, to the best of my knowledge, twice at the varsity level. Never mind a three-peat. There's a number of holdovers on this team who are potentially going for their 3rd ring and 4th ring with the Junior Mustangs.
Yeah. If we're talking guys here too, what's interesting this year is, obviously Coach Wilson, hammering hard on wanting to do that three-peat, and, that comes up in pretty much every breakdown, and it's the level of the standard that has been set here at the Junior Mustangs program. And we've got some dogs that have been here, in year 3.
Yeah.
You and I were talking about this earlier. Drake Logan, who's been questionable for the last couple of weeks, dressing today, looking great. Liam Haggerty coming back as a 3rd year. Caleb Chapman of the CCH National Championship team playing as well, too. Jacob Rowley in the mix. Julian Garces.
I want to shout out somebody who we had at the JV level. Emmett Sawyer is Sawyer
Emmett, yeah.
Sawyer, I always get that mixed up. Sawyer Emmett is an absolute dog for this team, and really one of the emotional leaders, or at least should be. And then there's Agent Zero, Wyatt Cross.
Yeah, who is striked out today, which is interesting. And he had beautiful touchdown last week. But going back to these 07s, they can only dress 15 now, which is a difference this year. It's been 10. They bumped that up to 15. Ryan Darby in the mix. Sawyer Emmett, as you just mentioned. Mason Thorne out of South.
Yeah.
Lucas Wong here, who is a Waterloo commit, has been looking great, playing a bit of H. Malik Najmi from SAB. Ethan Withenshaw, Connor Steary, also another SAB guy.
There's another guy who's going for his 3rd ring.
Yeah, Odia Novia, 07, who's a Waterloo commit as well, and just having himself a great preseason game last week. Hassan Shami is back. He didn't play last week in the preseason. He was on a little vacation. It's important to go to the Dominican Republic when you have a season opener here, Shami.
Yeah,
I know you're watching this.
I 100. If roles were reversed, would I rather be sticking my head out the announcer's booth and going, 4-yard gain, or would I be, screaming at a bartender, another Mai Tai?
Yeah,
please?
completely fair, Ron. And the last 07 dressing today, Alex Arnos, big number 9.
Yeah.
You're going to see him playing a lot of 3-tech. This is a guy they'll bring out to edge rush every once in a while, but a big body on the inside, and just really excited. I've been obviously helping coach the D-line for the last couple of weeks as we've been going through camp. Looks like we're maybe bringing them out. No, that was just coach coming out the front door, but pretty exciting season ahead of us for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Waterloo Warriors, okay? This is the team that was at AA 2 years ago, really cut their teeth last year. It's a big step going from from AA to AAA. As some of the teams we see the Mustangs coming into the field for the first time this season, Adam, this is a This is a tough road for them to hoe.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to the two-time defending champions, and you're on the road week 1. Welcome to the big leagues, Waterloo. But if this game is anything close to what we saw in the earlier game, we're going to be in for a game.
Yes. So, and it's something I've been talking about for many years now, is any of these teams that have really, really good university support, Waterloo being one of them, us being one of them, Essex being one of them, Hamilton being one of them, are always, the reason these teams do very well. It's the support from the university players that these high school kids absolutely love, because they're at that next level that they want to go to. And I've seen that out of Waterloo for the last while. I'm really excited about this game for sure. I think Waterloo travels well.
Yes.
They got a great cheering squad on the far side as well. And I mean, if earlier today we saw a Niagara team that had like 24 kids on it, and the U18AA had 60. We've got about even numbers on the sideline right now. London maybe with a few more.
I'd say London's probably got about 5 or 10 more.
Yeah.
Just as kind of doing a quick head count.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're getting ready for O Canada here. I'll have to send a quick shout out to everybody watching on the stream already. I know there was a quick question. How do you watch the U16? We did not stream that today. There'll be a highlight pack done up later today. But we'll break here for a quick second for O Canada. We'll be here for all. Okay, O Canada indeed here, Mr. Ron Forwerda. We will be here for all 4 of the home games, a 7-game schedule for London this year, Ron. And I'm going to be doing my best to go on the road to do the away games as basic streams. But, as we get set to go here, should be Julian Garces about to kick this one away and talk to us about the jersey combinations here, Ron.
Here we go. The Mustangs are in their black jerseys, silver numbers with purple trim, silver pants. The alternate for the Western Mustangs, Waterloo, their traditional white jerseys, black pants, black helmets. Here we go, Adam. This is what we're waiting for. Really excited to kick off. I believe this is our 9th year, Adam, doing these games.
And a big booming kick here to get things started. Garces just nailing this one. It's going to be fielded here about the 10-yard line and taken down around the 21. And that looks like it's going to be number 42 here for the London Junior Mustangs. And that'll be Devin Deshane, linebacker. And Waterloo going to work here at about the 21, 22-yard line.
Good open field tackle. Wraps up. Good, Garces is such a great kicker. He does a good job of planting the ball where you wanted it. He was able to get depth on that, but keep the ball between the numbers and the sidelines, so there's not really a lot of return. Waterloo opens in a 4-by-1 look here. Yeah,
really stretching things out early, but tailback looking really ready to go here as we hand that off to him. He's going to hit the boundary side, jump through the line, and is brought down by, I believe, Liam Haggerty.
Yeah.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry, bringing up about a 2nd and 3.
Give him a gain of 6 on that. We'll call it 2nd and 4. But it's just an outside zone run there to the left there. Does a good job of staying nice and patient, watching his double teams, getting up to the next level, and able to just follow the crease in there. 2nd down and definitely 4 here for the Waterloo Warriors.
Yeah, it looks like Sebastian Newell here at the helm in a 2-by-3 set here with his man in the backfield. I believe Nicoy Benedict's going to hand it back off to him up the middle again, but stuff nowhere to go.
Not much
Did you
there.
see Odia Novia, number 79? That is a wall of a human being to go through. Bounces off him. The linebackers do a great job of filling. And
Who's number 30 for the Mustangs?
number 30 for the Mustangs is going to be Carter McBurney.
Carter McBurney absolutely swallows up the running back on this. And talk about a guy who had himself a year last year in London football.
Yeah.
For me, we talked about this on our coaches show, Adam. He was kind of my, Mr. Football.
Oh, definitely. I mean, anytime we talk about Parkside, right? Like,
yes.
He's the boy. So, punt is away.
Good pressure.
This looks like it's going to be returned by number 5 for London, who makes one little cut, gets a couple of yards. Good job working up. That's Cohen Snellgrove, who had a nice little preseason game last week as well. And here comes the Junior Mustangs offense here, Ron, with Liam Sweeney at the helm, big number 7. And with Wyatt Cross out, curious who will be in behind him.
Well, we'll get to find that out pretty quick, what they come up with. Snellgrove was one of those kids from that that team that lost in the finals at that U16 level last year. There's a lot of holdovers. There's a lot of new blood down here as well.
Yeah.
Still trying to see the number. I didn't quite pick it up yet.
Yeah, this is definitely a very young team for London this year. And, have done great in preseason preparations. But let's get this off to the running back. I believe this is Josh Sigurdsson, who gets a healthy
there you
run.
go. Siggy.
Gets himself about 6 or 7 yards here. Yeah, that is number 22, Josh Sigurdsson, at the running back position today.
Yeah,
getting the start.
Siggy plays guitar here. Just a simple outside zone play to the right-hand side. Follows up. He is really a downhill thumper. He's not the fastest kid. He's not the biggest kid, but he's well put together, strong, and great balance on that kid. Out of A.B. Lucas.
Yeah, spent many years backing up Cam Bordeaux, a Western Mustang as well, as we go back into a 22 Queen look. Sweeney just going to give this one back to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson has the first down, is brought down by number 3, and that's going to be Logan Shaw, or Shaw Logan, of the Waterloo Junior Warriors. But a fresh set of downs here for the London Junior Mustangs.
Yeah, 2 carries in the game, about 15 yards total for Sigurdsson. And again, this is what the Mustangs want to do. They want to establish that ground game early. Anytime that you can take the defense and have your offensive line fire off on them and drive them back a little bit, that makes your third and fourth quarters much easier to call and to manage for the offense.
Yeah, absolutely. 3-by-1 with Wong in the backfield for protection. Sweeney's going to have a look field side. He's in trouble and is brought down by 55 and I believe 58. And that's going to be Sam Brown and Colson Hanfield of the Waterloo Junior Warriors. That's going to back London up here to about a 2nd and 17.
Yeah, just really good pressure coming right off the edge. And I'll be honest, somebody missed a block out there because they had 2 guys coming. Whether they ran a stunt or something, I'm not really sure what happened. But came through, and Sweeney just didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, well, back in this 22 Queen look goes London Junior Mustangs. Sigurdsson in behind Sweeney. 2nd and 17, expecting a pass here, Ron. And no, we're just going to give this to Sigurdsson, who's got the boundary side, gets the edge, maybe gets back to the 50, gets a gain of about 3, so about 2nd and 15, or 3rd and 15.
Okay, but now you're going to punt the ball, and you're going to flip the field. This is what, those rundown, that successful running on 1st and 2nd down can do for you. You're punting inside the 50. You're going to pin them deep. And now we get to see the field position game starting to happen with one of the top punters in the OVFL, if not the top guy.
Yeah, Julian Garce is here with quite the foot on him. Back to return, this is going to be Gavin Brokenshire, and I don't have the number on the far side, but right-footed kicker. This is likely going left. And it is going right at this point. That bounces off the deck. Did he give the 5 yards though? There's no flag. He's got it in his hand. He's across the goal line. Touchdown, Mustangs!
There should be a dead ball at the spot here, which is, I believe, the referee is marking it back for. I believe this is the Mustangs' ball. It should be about the 12-yard line.
Do you see a flag?
I don't.
I think they're calling this a touchdown. They've already set the ball at the 5 for the PAT, sir. Number 20.
Oh, my.
Devon Ivancevic. Absolutely.
Well, our first touchdown of the season is a special teams touchdown.
It was 20 that picks it up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. So what I was talking about on that is in the Canadian game, if you've watched these streams before, if a player's knee is down, okay? And he touches the ball, plays over.
Wow.
I thought the first guy there, he was on the ground and touched the ball, but apparently he didn't.
And we're breathing here, Ron. Garces ready for the chip shot. Yep, it's good. PAT's good. 7-0 to get things started here with 7:44 on the clock. What an exciting special teams is everything. We spend a third of our practice, no different than a Coach Schneider practice. Coach Wilson puts specials in such high regard and spend
You have to.
Yeah, it's
at this level, kicking is such an important part of the game. And not only the kicking, the coverage and your return ability in these games. It makes a difference. Look, we saw it in the JV game earlier today. The kicking made the difference in that game. When the JVs were running the ball, they were slowly getting 5 or 10 yards of field position.
Sorry, keep going, Ron. Sorry.
And then five or 10 yards, and then this is what happens, okay? So that's what I was talking about. The Mustangs have flipped the field. They're inside their 50. They're going to punt it. Waterloo, if they had that ball, was going to get the ball at the 15-yard line. So that's, you're already playing behind with having to go 95 yards for a touchdown on that. It's so hard to do.
Well, nice little start, and I bet you Stefan Ivancevic didn't wake up today and think he was getting a punt.
If I'm Garces right now, I'm kicking it right back to the guy who's standing on the far right side there, because that was the guy that kind of bobbled it. I want to drop it right on his feet again, see if he's got the nerves.
100%. And Ivancevic is an 09. He's a first-year player earning his keep on special teams. That's exactly how you do it, kids.
That's how you do it.
Well, it seems to be a bit of a hold up here. They're waiting on the white hat whistle. Away again, deep kick all the way down to the back right. Same returner again here. We'll get his number in a second. Ron is going to make a couple of guys miss. Eventually brought down here on the 27-yard line. And it looks number 17.
I got number 9 on the tackle.
Brody Brasser. And number 9 on the tackle is going to be Caleb Chapman, a CCH product.
Yeah. Those green gloves stick out of nowhere. That's the only reason I got it was number 9.
There you go. I mean, you got to find a way to get on the stream here, right? So we got 18 in red gloves today. So that's going to be Henry Simpson, who I believe is a Clark Road player.
I think so. So let's see what Waterloo can do with their second possession of the day here. And it's that 4x1 look again. So when they're going 4x1, what you're trying to do is get the defenses spread out. You're trying to get that one-on-one matchup on the boundary. Boundary is, of course, the short side of the field. So that's what the offense is trying to dictate to the defense. Whether it works or not, a lot of times they will roll a safety over top to take away that double, and then they'll bump out a linebacker. But that opens up the running lanes.
Yeah.
So it's the matchup of adjustments. Look, Coach Gary Hallenby, who's been the defensive coordinator here since, forever, who's one of the best coaches in the London area. This is nothing that he hasn't seen before.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know what's something that I'm excited about right now, too? The white hat, I need to get his name. This is one of the youngest refs we've had in London in the longest time. And this kid has been climbing the ladder. He went and did a bunch of the games out in Calgary for the Nationals. He's done a whole bunch of the CFL game or CJFL games and traveled, and is now a white hat ref in this game, which is really exciting to see. We talked about this at nauseam last year too. We can't do these games without refs, and we're low on refs here in all of Ontario. So get involved. It's an 8-hour class to become a level 1 rep. You can be a line judge, and it's just cool to see. We've been around doing this long enough here, Ron, to see some of these refs get upgraded to white hat status, which is exciting. So they've got whatever they needed to do. They figured it out.
It was holding call against the Warriors, so they end up moving it back to 10 yards. Hence why they're scrimmaging at the 15-yard line again.
Well, so Nicoy and Newell still in the backfield, back in this 4x1 look you were talking about. Look for that one-on-one on the top side here, Ron. And we'll see if they go to it with, it looks like 17 on the top side. Brody Brasser in that X position. Newell hands this one to Nicoy. Nicoy's fine in the middle, and he is stuffed immediately, probably for about a loss of 1 here, Ron. I think that's number 43, which should be Jollymore, and I believe one of the D linemen in on the tackle as well, too. Looks like Alec Arnos.
Watch what they're doing. They're trying to add that one. So they're trying to get London to expand out, to get the linebacker to roll out. And I said, then there opens up running lanes. by bringing that other guy back in, that gives you another lineman, so to speak, in there to block. So you're trying to create the plus advantage on running the ball. You always want to run the ball with plus numbers in the box versus minus numbers. It's obvious. It's pretty obvious. You're doing a math count.
Oh, yeah. Same look, same backfield.
Zero high.
3 men in motion, looking for that deep shot right now. Newell sends it across the middle. This might get called PI. Nope.
No, they tripped over each other.
So we're going to bring up 3rd and 12. Do you give up 2 points here, Ron?
Yeah, 100% you do. You're looking at that. Number 13 in coverage.
Peach.
Yeah, Tayshaun Peach, who, talk about, oh, look, Tayshaun's back. Year number 2. Oh, you forget that this guy was like a first-year player last year.
Yeah. And special. Another guy who's been not dressing for practice most of camp and everything too. He's been injured, but looking after himself. They knew what he could do, and it's nice to see him dressed here on game day. So 2 guys back to return this one, unless we see this. He's standing in the end zone.
We talked about this a little bit, off air. If you're standing on purple, you're giving up a deuce.
Yeah, here we go.
And why do you do that? So if you punt the ball. Okay, if you look where the Mustang returners were, they're standing approximately at the 50-yard line. On a good punt, you're going to get the ball out there to the 50-yard line, plus maybe a 10-yard punt return, so the Mustangs would have had it and plus territory at the 40. This moves the ball all the way downfield, 35 yards. This is what we call flipping the field. For the 2 points, you're still within that 10-point range. You don't mind getting staying inside of that right now. But you flip the field and have now forced the Mustangs to go significantly longer. 2 points versus 7 points is significant.
Oh, absolutely. So 9-0 for your London Junior Mustangs. Joining us here on London Football TV, 2-2 with Wong in the backfield for protection. We're going to give this one to Siggy. Siggy's got a nice hole in the middle. Siggy's got the first and a whole lot more. He's got 1 man to trail. He gets off of it. He's climbing up to the 25, makes it down to about the 21-yard line. This man is explosive, Mr. Ferwerda.
I'm so happy for Josh Sigerson. He battled injuries all fall. He is a dynamic runner. Look just stays with his blocking, not bouncing around. I had him last year for a little bit, and it was like one of the things I said to him. I said, stick your foot in the ground. You're never going to score going east-west. Start heading towards the end zone, then make a move, which is exactly what happened. And look he rips off like a 50-yard run.
Yeah, 22 Queen, new tail in the background, in the backfield. Obviously, we're going to give Sigurdsson a little bit of a break. We bring in number 5 in Cohen Snellgrove. That gets swallowed up pretty quickly, looking for that B gap, but not there today. 2nd and about 13.
Yeah, hesitated a little bit. I don't know if he really knew the play, but definitely hesitated on that, and unfortunately gets swallowed up.
Snellgrove, another younger guy on the squad here, too. He's an 08, so a second-year player.
Thought he was JV last year.
Well, we got him as 08, so maybe it's the birthday.
Maybe.
Siggy in a 3x1 Queen now, as we see Sweeney have a look across the middle, is able to evade the first 2 attempts on tackling him in the backfield. I think they're calling this a catch.
There's a flag in the backfield, so this, I believe, is coming back on a hold.
See if we get it in the replay. We got a pancake, maybe a little extracurricular in the pancake. But holding, London, nailed it, Ron.
Look, it's not that I see everything on the field. I just understand where a flag is thrown. Chances are it's one of these calls.
Yeah. Yeah, very good point. Because that's what the referee in that position is looking for.
Yes.
And it's the back judge, right? The quarterback judge?
Yeah, it's the white hat back there.
Who's protecting the quarterback is a big job here. So 2nd and about 22.
We got 2nd and Arva right now.
Yeah. 2x2, Wong in the backfield. Sweeney having a look to the flats. He's got Drake Logan. He's going to pull that one in, get himself about 5 yards here. Rom, that's going to bring up about 3rd and 17.
3rd and 17, and I'm lining up for a field goal here to get my 10-plus point lead that we were talking about. So this would put it at 12.
Well, where's big number 21 coming out on the field? Julian Garces, there he is, just on the 30-yard line-ish.
So, hey, could we have it in game 1?
Oh, it might happen, Ron.
This is a 36-yard field goal attempt, which does qualify
30 plus, right? Is that the rules?
35.
Okay,
It's gotta be
35 plus. I got
35.
you. So we're a yard over.
Yep.
For those of you not in the know, Ron has a very special badge as a previous kicker. As we get our protection set right here. One man in the backfield. Garces gets rid of it. It's wide left. And can we cover this for a single? No. Our man in the backfield, number 13 for Waterloo, gets it out.
No, you're giving up the single now.
Oh, was there a...
There's a peel back block.
So Rego Lex was the returner for Waterloo there, but we got a peel back, so we're probably going to end up giving this up, right?
So this is a single.
Oh, I mean, a yard to the left of it. Obviously, we don't have the end zone cut, but
Yeah.
all the...
You can see it right here.
Oh,
Boom.
yeah, boom.
So you can't go back. What the rule with that peel back block is?
So it's number 20.
It's the pedestrian block that they're trying to get away from football. You cannot go back towards your own end zone and make contact with a player. So that is what they call a peel back block. The pedestrian block is you can't make contact with somebody if they're 10 yards outside of where the ball is.
Okay.
You can't turn around and I'm going to go light up the quarterback
Right.
after he threw a pick.
Like it's the 90s, right?
Yeah. Oh, I miss those days.
4 minutes, 9 seconds here on the clock in the first quarter of our first home game here, regular season, on London Football TV. If you missed, there was the North Toronto Sentinels were in town last week for a little preseason matchup. That basic stream is up from last week, but certainly, and then I know there were some people asking in the chat about the U16s from today. That was not filmed or streamed. There'll be a highlight pack up later, though, for sure. And I think we're trying to figure something. Okay, so they're just calling it finally.
Yeah.
So.
And again, because the foul happened in the end zone, it's got to be. They should be giving them the single point. They haven't marked it as of yet, but it should be a single point on this as well.
One of these days, I'll get our technology right and get that microphone on that head ref so we can hear what he's saying.
Well, they have walkie-talkies between the referees now.
They do, yeah.
Up here, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's been really helpful for their communication for sure. They got the little earpieces. So, looks like we're just going to go to work here at the 20. They're not giving them the single. I guess we can get a clarification on that at some point.
Oh, okay.
So, clock's running, and we're back in the 3-5R with McCoy in the backfield. Newell having a look field side. Hits this one across the middle. Finds his man at number 18. Nice connection here around the 46-yard line. And number 18 is going to be Brad Rolson, or Rolson Brad.
Brad Rolson is a little bit shaken up after that. He got a little sandwich in there. 13 is the safety. Came down, laid a big hit, and unfortunately, he's not got it. That was a nice throw by that quarterback in there.
Yeah, so Newell composed there too. Like nice job getting rid of that one. So I just realized that Waterloo has their last names and first names incorrect. Okay, we'll get that sorted here in a second.
So yeah, unfortunately, that was a big time catch. When you go to the type of defense that the Mustangs are playing,
yep,
you have there's always, especially in the Canadian game, there's always a weak point in the defense. That number 2 receiver on the wide side, because you have to play cut coverage and you have to play flush. It's if you can get to that second level, it's so hard to get to make that coverage play. And this is kind of the flaw or the hole in the defense, which is what you did, is that in between the linebacker and the safety. And it was a great grab. And that's a big receiver going off the field. It's good to see number 18 walking under his power, as we do see Waterloo breaking the huddle here. 2 receivers to the field, 3 to the boundary, 1 running back in. Adam, take it away.
Well, we're back in this 5R look here with Newell and Nicoy in the backfield. 3 men in motion. 1 coming across underneath. We're going to pull this one from Nicoy and just hit
grounding.
The deck.
That's grounding.
And explain this because there's some differences here, Ron.
Okay.
So explain how it works here in Canada.
So there's the flag. Okay. There has to be an eligible receiver. He threw it at the feet of the lineman. There was not an eligible receiver in there. A lot of times what you'll see is the quarterback throw the ball out of bounds to avoid a sack. So what that is if you are outside of the tackle box, you are allowed to, which is you tackle the tackle, you are allowed to throw the ball out of bounds as long as you get it to or beyond the line of scrimmage. This particular case, he was in the pocket, everybody was covered, there was not an eligible receiver in the area throwing it at the feet of the lineman, hence the 5-yard penalty, which is a loss of down, second down, and what would have been the sack yardage.
The more you know with Ron Forwarda. 2nd and 15 here, Ron, as we go back into this 5R, 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, McCoy and Newell. And we've got a stop and play. And
Well, it's our first game of the season too. It's the same with the referees. They're kind of working out some things.
All good. I just want to thank all 152 of you watching on the stream right now. Let us know where you're watching right now. I know a lot of people watch on their TVs, but feel free to jump on the YouTube app and jump in the chat. Let us know where you're watching. As we're about to see 3 guys go in motion, McCoy's going to stay in the backfield. Right across the middle. He was looking for 24, almost picked, and we were trying to hit here, Ron. We were trying to get Wade McKenzie, but not able to pull that one in, and then almost picked here. I don't know if we get it on the replay.
Number 8.
Number 8 for London, and that's going to be Liam Haggerty.
Yeah.
And Hags, another third-year guy.
Hags is a great kid. Not the biggest player in the world, but, man, ferocious tackler. Always has a nose for the football. There's certain things that, I always say you can't teach vision, you can't teach heart, you can't teach instincts either.
Yeah.
The kid just knows what's going on. He works hard at it.
Well, punts away, and then I'll give you
Good
my
punt.
Liam Haggerty story as we see number 5 field this one for London in Snellgrove, who's trying to run the 200, gets tripped up right at the midfield, and London goes back to work here. Liam Haggerty, when I was coaching the LMFA All-Star team years and moons ago, Mr. Forwarda, for the U14 level, I put that kid up as a kid who needed to play on the All-Star team with us that one year when it was 06s and he was an 07, and I thought the kid was an 06 because he played like one.
Yeah.
And shows up, and everybody's like, "Why do you have a first-year kid on the All-Star team?" I'm like, I had no clue, and has been definitely an asset to all the Junior Mustangs teams that he's been on since. As we go back to work here,
Not only junior Mustangs, but also at high school.
yeah. Oh, at Saunders, he was a soldier.
He was a one-man wrecking crew for Saunders last year.
Yeah, 9-0 here as we go back into this 22 Queen look. We're getting
I still say it should be 10 because that foul happened in the end.
yeah, we're gonna need to find out from the refs at halftime what happened there because I'm curious as well. 2 men in motion. Wong coming across underneath. He's an option. Oh, we're going for the deep shot downfield, and Mr. Reed, and and just goes through his hand. Number 17 for London. C.J. Reed had his man beat, just couldn't pull that one in.
Yeah,
he was looking end zone a little too quick there, Ron.
Yeah, I think number 15, who was the defensive back at 15 or 25, I'm not really sure. It's 25. He comes across at the last second here and swipes.
Maybe just gets a finger on it.
I don't
Gavin
know if he
Brokenshire.
I don't know if he knocks the way, but he gets into his vision late, and I think that's what distracts him.
Yeah. All right. Well, here we go. 2nd and 10 for your London Junior Mustangs. 22 King look here. Sigurdsson still in the backfield with Mr. Sweeney. 2 men in motion. Having a look field side. We've got C.J. Reed again there on a little slant run, and he's going to get the first down and some more.
This is just a simple hook route. Okay. This is a simple stop route. He gets, how many yards do you need to get to the first down? We need 10. He runs an 8-yard route, which, as a former wide receiver coach, drives me nuts. Okay, but you can see it. He's in the slot there.
Yeah.
He's pressing. He just stops.
Gotcha.
Just stops. Now, don't run at that 6 when you need 10. Run at that 10 when you need 10.
All right, back to work here. 22 King look for London. Sweeney sends 2 men in motion. We're going to give this one to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson up the middle, but he's swallowed up quickly by number 91 from the Junior Warriors. That's Sawyer Miller, big 9-1.
Yeah.
And did we lose or did we get nothing?
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage, but you can see it right away. He just comes off the edge unblocked, and that's either a missed assignment or don't run that play again.
Right. When the Wilson brothers are watching this at 1 o'clock in this morning, that's going to be their favorite comment of yours up to this point, Ron.
Wow.
22 Queen here, 2 men in motion. Sigurdsson staying in to protect as Sweeney gets rid of this one, and it's picked off by number 20 of the Junior Warriors in Alex Leduc. And we'll turn this one over. Fresh set of downs here for the Junior Warriors.
Number 11 for the Mustangs was the intended receiver. He stumbled coming out of his break there, and the Sweeney delivered the ball where it should have been, and unfortunately, it's turned over. And now we have it at 10-0. FYI on the scoreboard.
Okay.
So I was right after all. Sorry, that was driving me nuts. My ADHD was taking full control of that. But you're trying to run the out route on that, which is a tough route to cover. Unfortunately, he stumbles coming out of the break.
3-by-2, 3 in the boundary here for Waterloo. It looks like we're going to hand this one off to Nicoy. Nicoy's looking for the middle. It's brought down by James Jollymore right away. Loss of about a yard here, Ron.
That's another guy that is just really, really, he plays a physical position. He's a big player, okay?
Yeah.
But he's not one of these monsters. But he plays so much bigger than he is.
First-year kid stepping up right now.
Yeah.
I had the pleasure coaching him at Lucas High School on the JV team, and had the pleasure every game of like almost every other coach in the city saying, yep, the one guy we really worried about was Jollymore heading into this game. And tip of the cap to you, Mr. Jolly, as we go back here 4-by-1. Still McCoy in the backfield. Looks like he's going to stay in for protection. No, he's hitting a little flat route as Newell finds a man across the middle who's brought down by Emmett Sawyer now.
We talked about him. He saw it, and he just sat there and waited for him. And just like, just come to me, said the spider to the fly, and absolutely just gobbled him up there. Great tackle. We're going to see this here. Watch him just follow the route.
Boom.
Nice and low, wrap up, nowhere to go, and that's it. Game over. We're punting the ball.
Can't run nowheres if you got no legs, Ron.
Exactly. Old school tackle from an old school coach.
I like it.
I really like Sawyer.
Sawyer is a dog. I appreciate him, and the city of Chatham is better for having him in it. So makes the drive to all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like an hour and a half each way. It's wild. Okay, punts away. Looks like we've got Snellgrove. Oh, it's going to go through his hands. He's going to get it on the bounce here. We got guys coming in. One man slips. One man misses. Finally brought down here at about the 35.5-yard line. And the ball semi came loose, but pretty sure his knee was down.
Yeah, you could have almost had a face mask on there. It was hard to say. I thought he got, tackled across the helmet. Again, I'm not right down there. I have a visual from about 50 feet in the air. With my old eyes.
You just be like KJ, who would just watch the replay screen all the time because he couldn't see the actual field.
Well, I can see the field. You put the rosters in front of me, and I'm going, those are cute little black dots on that page.
That's why I'm reading right now, Ron.
I know
it's all good. 22 King look here for London as we head into, I believe, the last play of the first quarter here. 2 men in motion. Sweeney in trouble, gets out of it, and is brought down in the backfield. That's going to be, looks like number 30.
Number 33?
I think it's 33-0, yeah. So 3-0 is going to be Larry Joes Bazoye. And that should, unless it's a penalty, which I don't see a flag anywhere.
I think we're looking for Drake Logan on that as well. And they're really playing him aggressive on the boundaries. They are pressing. They are like 1 yard pressing away from the receivers. So interesting if you can get some type of step off screen where you can run at them and run a wheel off of it. These are a couple ways of beating that press look. Obviously, you want to take away that deep run, but good coverage here by Waterloo, who has definitely come to play here in this game. Mustangs started the game off early with the turnover. And then they scored on that special teams touchdown on the botched punt. And then we had the Rouge, and we had the safety.
It's all specials today, Ron. As that one hits the deck and a flag flies right away, I'm assuming we had an offside. It's a free play.
Waterloo's offside.
As we hit, I believe, C.J. Reed We got a man down in the backfield, but CJ's going to beat that. He's got one man to beat here, Ron. He's got it to the 5, gets it across, touchdown, Mustangs.
Oh, my.
Wow.
So this is, 100%, this is offside Waterloo. This flag is thrown right away. See?
Yep.
The left end, I believe it was number 37, who lined up offside. They're calling against London? No.
So, you know what's interesting? If we see it, when the replay comes back, watch the late hit on Sweeney that goes completely uncalled by, I think, 90. Watch this. Watch how late. I think it's 33. Watch 33 come here. Sweeney gets rid of it and absolutely gets.
Okay. No.
No?
He is a ball carrier because he's outside of the pocket.
Okay, I got you.
Okay.
But it's still late. Ball's away.
Ball's away, but he is still considered a runner at that point.
Okay. So they're going to call that one back. We got a man down at the moment for Waterloo. Flags are flying.
I agree with the call, Mr. Referee, sir. Sorry, not sorry.
We like our LFOA gentlemen, but we disagree every once in a while.
I will disagree 5 or 6 times in the game here. You know? But I thought the left end for Waterloo lined up offside. And
Maybe we can see it again. Oh, yeah, like 30-3.
Yeah. So how is this called on London?
Well, I can only assume the Wilson brothers are super happy on the sideline right now about this.
This would be their second favorite comment that I said today.
Right. So here comes the white hat with the call, I think. So
offsetting offsides.
Oh, wow. And CJ Reed out of breath, just smiling at everybody saying, "Thanks, fellas. That was great." So should have just been a free play.
What a heads up play. This was not a called play.
Yeah.
Pressure was coming. Sweeney gets out of there and then, follow your scramble rules.
Yeah.
And what a heads up play.
Holy. Well, big shout out to Alec Miles and Jennifer Haggerty in the chat right now. We appreciate y'all jumping in and showing your support. Well, let's do it again here, Ron. 3-by-1 queen for London. 2 men in motion. Sweeney gets rid of this one. Finds CJ. CJ's going to pull this one and get head tackled.
Yeah.
And here comes the flag.
That's what I thought they got last time. So jump up and down all you want there, 2-7 for Waterloo.
Emmett Scott feeling great about himself, but you just got yourself a flag, sir.
You just got yourself 15 yards for a head tackle.
Yeah.
You can't. You're not going to get away with that kind of stuff.
No, and the thing is, the officials always do a great job of calling.
We saw ejection fouls in this game in our earlier games today at the AAA U14 and at the U16 level. So the referees are trying to establish, hey, look, this is what we're doing, and you follow these rules or you follow them. Don't. They're going to not tolerate any extracurricular activity after the plays. So,
all right. Well, and also apparently I'm getting correction here. I've been saying CJ Reed when maybe it was number 11, Gage Lincoln.
Okay.
So we'll get it right. Broken clock, Ron. 2-by-2 king.
Lincoln out of St. Thomas.
See that end on the bottom side of your field here too. It's like offside every play.
Yeah.
So Lucas Wong's going to pick up. Lucas Wong, she getting heated quick here, Ronnie.
Okay, this was a chippy game last year.
Mm-hmm.
At the U16 level, Waterloo beat London for the first time, and that was kind of their crowning moment. But in a very, very chippy game. We saw that earlier in the U16 game. Mm. Waterloo is not intimidated by this environment, and good on them, but not being intimidated and playing within control of yourselves are two different things.
Yeah. Well, let's get back into it and stay composed, Mr. Ferwerda. 3-by-1 king.
Gary, take your shot later on.
2 men in motion. No, we got a man offside again. And we're going to take that shot down the line, looking for number 2 for the London Junior Mustangs in Logan Drake. But nothing doing. Free play.
Yeah, they had him this time. So I believe it was number 52 for Waterloo. It might have been 58.
The edge, 58 is a little jumpy if we can see the beginning of the play, hopefully. Yeah. So
and they called it, and at that point you're running a go call. You're running a go pattern because it's a free play downfield. You got your 5 yards.
That's the Camden Melrose special play. That's who he scored. I think most of his touchdowns in his final year.
I thought it was on the mesh route.
That too. Yeah. Camden Melrose on the camera today, Mr. Forwarda. You know,
Yep.
it's a family affair here for London Football
Yeah,
TV.
I'm an honorary Melrose.
Yeah.
Today and today only.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we'll have you anytime you want. Drake Logan lining up in the X position here. I like the one-on-one matchup and a 3-by-1 king setup. 2 men in motion here, Ron. We're going to give this one to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson going field side's got the edge. Busting through. Makes a couple guys miss. Picks up a first down here around the 21-yard line.
Yeah, I am pulling for that kid so hard. I want to see him get a touchdown today. Again, you just if you watch him, how he runs, he's so patient when he runs. He just follows his block, keeps it going, and he knows when to accelerate through a hole and to a block. You know, he's such a dynamic player.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's got that next gear, which is really nice. 22 king. As Sweeney has a look quickly across the middle. He's got a man, little stop route again here, Ron, and we get what looks like a head tackle again.
Okay, this is what was the earlier one that I was talking about to you, Adam. Is like that special teams is like, well, it's kind of a head tackle. They're getting really a little bit high on that. They're maybe pulling the right guys off, but it's just a stop route.
So it's 14 who makes the catch. Ethan Christensen, nice grab.
4, but you can't pull down. It's not a horse collar because that's not a change in direction. But anyway,
22 king again as we get this one back to Sigurdsson. Nice hole up the middle. Sigurdsson jumps across his man. Touchdown Mustangs.
There you go. Siggy plays guitar.
Jamming good with Webb and Gilly, Ron.
Just a straight ahead power play right up the middle. This is what I would call like a halfback blast. Okay, straight up. Great job by the offensive line. Look at the double teams get to the linebackers. Everyone is occupied across the board. Josh does a good job of getting low and staying small in the hole and then exploding out and exploding through the finish.
100%, yeah. And here we go with the PAT. Chip chop for Mr. Garces.
Good job pulling that down. Who's the holder? 16?
16 for London.
Or is it 10?
We'll get it on the next one. Awesome. Well, I appreciate everybody jumping in the chat as well, too. And shout out Davey, who doesn't like my head tackle thing. He had him in the halo. That's called a head tackle. So all good. Moving on. 8:40 on the clock. Ron, what's up?
16 was the holder for the Mustangs. Who's he?
16 is Henry Scott.
Henry Scott does a great job. He saves that extra point. He high points that and gets that ball down. That is hard to do for our holders.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is not an easy thing to kick a football. It is a worse thing to hold the football and get zero credit for the points.
17-0 London Junior Mustangs. 8:40 left in the second quarter right now. And we appreciate you logging in and listening here and watching us here on London Football TV, Ron, as you'll be catching all the home games this year here on LFTV for the U18s. We will be doing a couple double header weekends as well, too, with the U16s. Hamilton. And I believe,
later on in the season, I think the last two home games.
Third and fourth home games. As this one gets away, and this one's going to be fielded again by the gentleman in the white helmet. I believe it was 17 last time. We'll get his number when he stands. So 17 again, Brody Brasser. Nice little return. And, hey, Waterloo going back to work.
Waterloo going back to work the 30-yard line. And, again, they've been in their own ends, basically, not their end zone, but their own end of the field pretty much all game here today. Really good coverage downfield. He got that at the 20. That's a 10-yard return, no more. That's really the goal of what you're trying to hold. You want to hold the team to a 15-yard return. That's a win. So anytime that you're getting the ball inside their 35, that's a win for your special teams.
Yep. Well, and speaking of wins, if we're circling back to the first quarter here, Ron, obviously the only points on the board coming from special teams plays. So decent play here. It looks like, are they maybe going to kick this one again?
They're calling offside against the Mustangs, so we're going to move it back 5 yards and re-kick. Absolutely, where they got the possession there, I want them to kick it again.
Big shout out to Allison Clulo or Allison Jurgens in the chat right now too. Giving a little love to our cameraman Cam, doing a fantastic job up here on the press box at Alumni Field at Western University, Ron. And so we're going back to work here with our same returners. We'll back it up 5.
Yeah, I was just say, guys, move up 5 yards. You're standing on your 10. That ball's picked up at the 20 last time. I'd move it up. If I'm the returner, I'd move it up to 5 more yards. There you go. Well, he's got a chance to put this over his head though now.
Yeah. So Garces with the boot launches this one back to our man 17 once again, who's going to just run straight up the field. Good job.
Goodness.
And is brought down with a fury. It looks like number 26 for London, and that's going to be our man Ethan Scrivens, linebacker, earning his stripes on specials. And it looks like we'll get a 1st and 10 for Waterloo now from the 26.
London's playing physical.
I like it.
Look, you kind of the albatross in the room that, I was going to talk about, the way I kind of anticipated the game was going, was the traditional slow start by these varsity Mustangs over the last couple of years. Losing that week 1 game last year, couple years ago where they went into Waterloo and won big, but after that struggled. It's great to see these guys hitting the ground running. Great coverage by number 4.
Yeah, DeLon McPherson, who had the pick in the championship game last year, having not played like most of the season and just coming alive. Really, really great coverage there. And Newell's still having a good amount of time to throw this ball, though, Ron. But luckily the corners are stepping up on these plays.
Yeah, pressure's not really there with that 3-man front that the Mustangs like to employ. They're in a 40 front now. So you want to see your ends get home, but it's more to take away the run with the defense that they're in right now.
4-by-1, 3-man motion. Newell having a look. Field side almost gets picked off. You better be doing push-ups on the field here, sir. No, I'm just kidding. I think that was Haggerty. Almost almost grabs that one, and we'll see the punt team come out for the Waterloo Junior Warriors.
And again, just good coverage downfield. We talked about, they're not really getting pressure. Pressure's coming. They bring the extra guy. They do a stunt. Outside edge comes clean on that.
Yeah, Tayshawn Duncan at number 90 for London just came clear and got a little piece of him too. And but like you just said,
Tayshawn playing rush edge is kind of unfair.
It's fun. Well, a kid who for years always wanted to be a quarterback finally realized he's pretty good at defense. So here we go. 2 men back to return this. Is probably going to be our man Snellgrove again. Right up
kick.
Shorter kick here. Looks like it's going to be a no yards for sure, as number 15 picks that one up in Colton Van Hooydonk. Flags fly, no yards, I'm assuming here, Ron, and here comes the O.
So this is the 5-yard variety. The ball's on the ground, and it bounces back towards the team. It is a 5-yard halo penalty. So we're already going to move it up to 5 yards, and it's going to be 1st down for the Mustangs. It'll be placed about the 39-yard line by the time we're done.
Yeah, so fresh set of downs. As a fresh comment comes in the section here from Allison saying, Ron, the announcer with the voice of an angel. I couldn't agree more,
Come
Ron.
for the voice, stay for the eyes.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not on camera.
Yeah. So, London going back to work here at the 39-yard line in the 1st and 10 situation. And we're back in a 3-by-1 with Wong in the backfield, I believe.
Yeah. He's in the fullback spot right there.
Sigurdsson backing him up. 2 men in motion as Sweeney has a look across the middle, gets rid of this one, looking for his man Logan downfield. And did that go off our player number 14 and get picked?
It was picked up by number 25 for Waterloo.
Number 25, Gavin Brookenshire.
I'd like to see this one more time. Boy, is this an interception? They think they've got something here. They're trying to hit that one-on-one here. And then you see that mesh happening. Trying to hit that mesh.
Oh, so he steps under it. Okay, I thought it went off of 14.
No, he just makes a great play on that.
Ethan Christensen. I had eyes on Drake Logan the entire time. I thought that was the matchup they were looking for. So, 1st and 10 from the 10. Waterloo going back to work here as the clock winds in.
Waterloo is not giving up. They're down 17-0 in this game. They, like I said, they'd be playing with their backs against the end zone pretty much the entire game. And they're still battling. This defense is feisty.
Yeah, 5R. We give it to our man. It looks like, I believe, Jollymore cleaning this one up in the backfield. So either 2nd and 10 or a loss of maybe 1 here, Ron.
It looks like there's marking a loss of 1, so we're going to have 2nd down and 11 there. Just nowhere to go.
Yeah.
The Mustang defensive front is really doing a good job. They're not going upfield. They're not penetrating upfield, but they're just absolutely absorbing the gaps, especially those two big defensive tackles in there.
Yeah, Colson Gray coming in at the end position right now too at the rush. Who another first-year player stepping up right now as we get him in underneath, and Newell having to look for that little leak down the flats here, Ron. That's going to get killed behind the line of scrimmage. Should be another loss and bring up a third and probably 13.
Well, it's going to be no gain on the play, maybe a loss of 1. This is the famous play that, we would call H under, where you're bringing that guy all the way across, and you're trying to get that slice with that screen, trying to get basically what you're trying to do is trying to get a linebacker rub. The 2 steps down, does a good job of taking it away, and nowhere to go. The Waterloo just doesn't have anywhere to go with the ball right now.
Yeah.
The Mustangs are really taking the inside runaway. I'd like to see them maybe try to hit a screen or something dynamic to get off there, as we see Waterloo giving up the 2 there. And we're now 5:45 left to go in the half. Mustangs are up 19-0 and will scrimmage with the ball at the 35. They've got to come up with something. Eventually, you kind of go, okay, well, let's just run our offense. Let's just get better at our offense. However, you want to get into this game. You got to make a play and give your offense confidence, not necessarily for not only for the second half, but for next week.
Yes.
Producer Stephanie, if we could get the Mustang schedule talking about next week brought up on the field, look at that nice little graphic we got up there.
It's almost like we know what we're doing, Ron.
Yeah.
Cambridge Lions.
Cambridge Lions, who has lost a lot of players to these Waterloo Warriors.
Yeah. I mean, with the proximity, it's an option for some of these kids, right? So we're getting a similar 2x2 look here. 3 in the backfield. And we're going to give this one to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson, again, getting some nice holes up the middle. He's going to pick up about, I think, 3 yards on this carry.
I think he's closer to 5 yards on this by the time it's done.
And we got a flag once all the players cleared out on the far side. Maybe we get something on the replay. As the white hat comes in holding London. So
it didn't matter how many yards he got.
Yeah, exactly.
10-yard penalty, and London's going to be first and 20 here. But Sigurdsson has done a really, really good job today, just exploding through. Let's give a shout out to the offensive line, who are opening up some holes for him to run through.
Yeah, 2-minute motion. We give this one back to Sigurdsson again, getting himself a nice little healthy run here. Only gets about 5.
You got your receivers downfield engaging with the linebackers and stuff. If you can get your receivers and your offensive linemen to the second levels and making those blocks, that 4 or 5 yard run in the first half becomes a 40-yard run in the second half, fourth quarter.
Yeah, 2nd and 15 here as we go back to work. And I got a question for you. We had a little bunch look on the field side here, Ron.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of a bunch happening here.
3x1 queen as we go to hit the little step off, man. But Lucas Wong gets in the way. CJ Reid bobbles that one, keeps his feet moving. He's got the first down. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 52-yard line here, Ron. First down, London Junior Mustangs.
Okay,
wow.
Let's talk about this play in general here. Somebody went the wrong way.
Yes.
And that was part of it. But as they're coming out here, that's it's very, very typical screen formation that they're in. But I'm impressed with this Reed kid, who is refuses to go down.
Yeah.
I like the fight that this team is showing already in this game. They're up, like I said, they're up 19-0. But they're refusing to go down. So I like that. I'll be honest, I watched that game last week, Adam. I kind of, and I messaged you privately. I said, not impressed.
Yeah.
Not impressed. Let's give the Sentinels a little bit more credit than maybe we should, or maybe than we were giving them.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a different team in a week. But this is why you play that exhibition game. That's why you play that scrimmage game.
Get the dust off a little bit, eh?
It's so good. It's such a great feeling to block somebody and tackle somebody who's not wearing the same color as you.
So while we're waiting here on the injury timeout, Ron, Tony Stogie in the chat, wondering if you could run it down again. Why did you think they took the safety just now?
Okay, so the rule of thumb is if your punter, like at least my rule of thumb, if my punter's standing on the 1 yard line or standing on the purple, you're basically going to punt the ball. On a good punt, from where they are by the time it kicks and where it's picked up, you're going to have the ball, we'll say, at the 45-yard line. Then an average return is about 5 or 10 yards. That puts the ball at the 35-yard line. The reason you give up the 2 points is you by giving up the 2 at 17-19, all you're doing is you're keeping it a 3-score game. Okay? You're still within that 3-score radius, and the 35 yards, that you're basically gaining, 40 yards that you're gaining, is much more valuable in the moment. Not necessarily long term, but in the moment to flip the field.
Awesome. Tony Stogie, as we get Sigurdsson rocking his way to a potential first down here, maybe second in inches here, Ron.
I think he's a little short, on this, but again, just a straight ahead. This is just straight ahead, it's just gap scheme. Everyone get a hat on the hat. Everyone driving back.
Okay, they give him 9 on that. As we were waiting there and Ron was explaining it, it was number 99, Wealth Anewu Asawi, who went off the field. As we go back into the same look we've been seeing here from offensive coordinator Luke Wilson, this little bunch 3x1 here, Ron. And we're keeping.
Now, do you fake the step off screen and go with the wheel?
I like it. As we launch this one deep to CJ Reed, and it just goes through his hands.
Okay.
And we're going to get a PI.
Yeah, he bumped him off. Now, the reason this is pass interference is, does he have a chance to catch the ball? No. But he is obstructed with getting to the spot right at the top there, which you kind of missed it, unfortunately. It was right around the 20-yard line. When he came out of his break, he was obstructed from coming all the way out of it clean, and that's what made him not be able to get there. Otherwise, he's got this ball, and I think he's still running.
Yeah, super fair. Well, I think you just see it off camera. The guy who did actually cause it stops and goes, "Oh," like on the hash marks, because he knows exactly what he did.
Now, smart heads-up defensive play, that's a 15-yard penalty. It's a 45-yard touchdown otherwise.
Yeah, very true. So, fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 here, Ron, from the 33. And we stay in the same look on the offense. We got a little step off here. No, we're just going to give this one to Siggy. Siggy's going to pick up about 3 yards, 2nd and 7, Ron.
Yeah, good, because not every run is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes the runs are designed to get 3 or 4 yards, and you're softening up the defense for later on. Just a good straight ahead. It's just that it's a straight ahead dive.
Yeah, well, we're going to get one play here, Ron, and then the 3-minute warning as we kind of rounding down the second quarter. Similar look. We still got that Drake Logan one-on-one, getting a bit of respect from the half on this bottom here, though,
Ron. They're pressing them real tight now.
Yeah, Lucas Wong picks up the protection. Siggy keeps his feet moving. He's going to get a couple, maybe 1 yard here on the gain, so should bring up about 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 from about the 29, so are we... Yeah, you're definitely in field goal range.
Well, we had some extracurriculars going on somewhere here. 33 pulling.
Now.
Okay, let go. Here we go.
I don't think they're going to line up for the field goal because what breeze there is actually blowing into the face of the Mustangs right now. The wind's coming out of the south.
Oh, yeah, we don't have the little flags on the upper rights anymore.
There are in the far end zone,
okay.
Adam. You can kind of see them just a little bit there.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, yeah. I mean, why not make them purple? It's a nice dark color so we can look at them at night.
Yeah.
Here we go, 2x2, King. And the whistles are, okay, timeout London.
Timeout, yeah.
Yeah.
So, smart heads-up play. You can't use the timeouts in the second half that you don't use in the first, so use them up. 2 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. Now, I don't think you get the 3-minute... No, did they already blow the 3-minute warning in?
I think they would have just... before that play,
but they didn't. So, as a timeout was called. So, I'm not sure about that. Regardless, you should get the 3-minute warning coming out of the timeout then.
Yep.
So 3 minutes, basically the 3-minute whistle. Mustangs use one of their timeouts. Up 19-0. 3rd down and 6 here for the Mustangs at the 29-yard line of Waterloo.
Well,
I'm going to throw something out there. I don't know if they have it or not.
Well,
Halfback screen to the field.
oh, I like it. 22 Kings. We get 2-minute motion. We find Drake Logan almost. That's just
I didn't quite get his head around there, and I think that's just a little bit of ring rust from not having a lot of practice time. Because he's a dynamic receiver.
Oh,
and again,
yeah.
grabbing his hammy a little bit. So I don't know what the problem was the last couple of weeks, but I've noticed him.
He normally wears orange cleats too. He's in blues tonight, Ron, and I'm blaming the cleats. No. So Julian Garces, I believe, enters the chat. Now that we're in a fresh set of downs, I'm sorry, for Waterloo. 2x3, 5R, same backfield. 3 men in motion as we give this one to Nicoy. Nicoy is able to break through the line. He makes a couple games. He's got the edge. Can DeLon McPherson tries to get his ankles. Got a couple of boys here to take him down over the midline. And we get the flyby from the Canada Geese as this is all happening. And Waterloo, with just over 2 minutes left, will get a fresh set of downs here, Ron, from I believe they're around the 40.
Great blocking at the point of attack. You see the right tackle out there, does a good job of walling off the defensive end, doesn't allow him to get down there, basically washes him out, and does a good job. And again, it's just, if it's not broke, do it again. Straight ahead run.
Hands it back to him. He's going to pick up about 3 yards here. Should be around about a 2nd and 7, Ron.
And again, the Waterloo, they're down 19-0 in this game. But I love the fight in this team.
Mm-hmm.
Very similar to, a couple teams that we see in the London area. Are they at this level? Maybe not quite yet, but they're going to be really, really close. And maybe at getting them the first half of the season sometimes is better than the second half.
Yeah. Well, and for Waterloo, this time last year in this matchup at Waterloo, we were in run time by like the end of the first quarter. So
it went quick.
Yeah. So hats off for Waterloo keeping this to 19-0 right now. And really, we look at our scoring summary, it was all special teams in the first. Sigurdsson got, so offense put 7 up here in the second, and then another safety. So, last year we had a couple of just, magic passes to Ian LaLiberty nice and early, and Andre Thompson doing Andre Thompson things. So let's send 3 guys in motion here for Waterloo as we give this back to Nicoy. Nicoy's looking for the middle, gets himself another about 3 to 4 yard gain here, Ron. So 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3 maybe?
No, he got stopped at the 45-yard line, so we're looking at about a 3rd and 5 here.
No, I got to figure out my geometry better.
But he was pulled down by I think it was 92 that actually got him, or 97.
All right. Well, and I'm getting corrected. It's Caleb Andreas apparently who's checked in at the running back position. Number 9.
Looks like number 5 from up here, but again, they jumped it.
Free play. We're going to get him in the backfield, but that's going to be offside London likely.
Big time.
And so you bring up a fresh set of downs here.
So you had a 3rd and 4, you needed 5. It's a cheap way of getting it. London, we practice that. We practice that play.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Well, Tayshaun Duncan still doing it, despite being the other half of the D-line being offline, does a great job of coming in and shutting this down, so they didn't get to make anything out of that free play other than getting a free 5. But fresh set of downs here from the 40-ish.
Yeah. So again, really, the defensive line has done a really good job for the Mustangs today. Couple minor mistakes, but you're never going to play a perfect quarter. You're never going to play a perfect half.
Back to that 4x1 as we give the ball to Andreas, who
fumble
squeaks through. The ball's loose, and I think London's got this. But
I think Waterloo's got it back.
Oh, maybe it looks like 60-something's on it. Big man who came up with the ball. Okay, so 60 saves that for Waterloo, and that's going to be Nicholas Rodriguez. And thank you, Josh Emery, in the chat. Yes, indeed, number 9 is, in fact, Caleb Andreas.
Except for his number 5 running off the field.
That's fine. Sometimes I get my 5s and 9s mixed up too, Ron. Here we go. Clock's in, $1.42.
2nd and 5 here for the Waterloo 3x2, Adam.
Yep, as we go back into 5R, number 5 is going to stay in. Newell having to look boundary side, gets rid of this one through the hands of number 10 here, Ron. That's going to be Alec Latchford.
So, number 9 has just come back in for the Waterloo Warriors, okay, at the running back position.
Would that, in fact, be Caleb Andreas?
Maybe.
Okay.
He absolutely sticks a linebacker blitzing on this. And he gets kind of folded up, but does a good job. Look at your job as a running back. If that guy's blitzing, you've got to stick your, old school. Stick your face in there and make sure he doesn't kill your quarterback.
3rd and 6, back into this 4x1 look. As we release the running back bad snap, and that's going to be a turnover. First down for London at the 40-yard line here, Ron.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I don't know if he thought he was under center or if he just lost grip of the snap or something, but it's just right away, and that's unfortunate. Waterloo had a really good drive. That was by far their best drive of the day. Would it be nice for them to come across with some points and maybe a little bit of momentum going into the half as well, something to build on. But again, build on that you had a very successful drive, and you've moved the ball with a little bit of success, and you're playing good defense.
Mm-hmm.
So as we see another, what's with the flybys tonight, Adam?
Well, the Canada Geese, they're just letting us know that they're here, Ron, as we go back into a 22 King here. That was the east-west flyby, too. We got the north-south earlier as Sweeney sends this one across the middle. He's got his man at number 11, who's got a couple men to beat here. Great blocking, and finally goes down here about the 29-yard line. Ron, pulling that one in is Gage Lincoln.
Yeah, he had himself a game last week where it's like, this kid's out of St. Joe's High School in St. Thomas. Really dynamic receiver. He's not the biggest kid, but man, when he catches the ball, he likes to get north-south, and he is a dynamic after-the-catch runner.
Cameraman Camden was watching the stream from his job last week, and the guy he wanted to talk about was Gage Lincoln, 22 King, 2 men in motion, looking to see if they can draw him offline. They don't. We're going to give this one to Sigurdsson. Sigurdsson finds a nice little hole, picks up about 4 yards here, 2nd and 6, Ron.
Yeah, and again, just that. Look, he's not cutting. This is not his deal. It's let him get north-south. Give him an edge and let him just run through it. Watch him just takes his ball north-south, straight ahead, one cut, boom. And it's
when I think it was 66 playing tackle on the right side there for London. So hats off to the big man, Connor Steary, for opening that hole up for Siggy. 3x1. 2 men in the backfield with Sweeney. Sweeney having a look field side. Let's go with this one across. Gets his man again. I believe, is that Lincoln?
Yes, it is.
Or is it CJ this time?
No, it's 11.
Yeah, so Lincoln pulling this one again. Fresh set of downs for London. And we're going to be at the 10 or 11 here.
You're at the 12-yard line. Timeout London. 36 seconds left. So you've used both of your timeouts now. What are you calling here, Adam?
Well, I mean, probably keep it in the air because then you've got 3 chances here and the clock's going to stop. Or can we get Siggy motoring after a nice little water break here?
We saw this in the first game with the JVs. What about a draw play or something like that?
They ran a lot of draw in that JV game.
They ran a lot of draw. That was their bread and butter.
There was a dad in the far stands yelling, "Watch the draw! Watch the draw!" And if you had that on your bingo card, they ran it a few times. So 2x2.
You're in
Stiggy.
that. Yeah, you're in that H right look here.
As we give it to Josh Sigurdsson, who finds the middle but is stuffed right away. Maybe gets a yard on this.
Okay. Clock is stopped till the ball is set.
So 2nd and 9. Okay. So burns a little bit of clock. It's going to run. Now we go 3x1 Queen.
Yes.
Still with Siggy, 2 men in motion, having a look field side. Sweeney in trouble. That ball's loose. It's going to get jumped on by Waterloo. It's still loose. 27 finally lands on it, and that's going to be a turnover. Emmett Scott picking it up, and here comes the defense. And we got a man down as well. 10 seconds left here, Ron.
Yeah, you got a couple men who were under a little bit of discomfort there. Waterloo sent the house on that, and they got there, and Sweeney was trying to get off of his read, and good coverage downfield.
Does a good job evading the first one, but yeah, somebody punches the ball out after he gets free. And then Big Man, I think, fell on this one. That's a great way to wind yourself. And as much as this is new turf down there, Ron, it's still hard when you're falling.
It's our fourth game of the day. We had rain here today, which is why we're on in the first half at this time of the day, as opposed to the second half. There was a lot of rain. A lot of rain came through, and it is a damp, cool, moist evening. And I know people love that word, but it is. Look, it makes the field very, very slippery. And a lot of these kids, they're not used to playing in these conditions at night. So a lot of them, this is their first exposure. Some of them are used to that 5 o'clock window.
Yeah.
Some of them are used to this and understand, you got to take a little bit of wider, maybe shorten your steps up a little bit there. But what you're seeing is when they're overextending, they're slipping out. Their feet are slipping out under them because of the damp conditions out there.
So Larry Jaws Bazaway getting taken off by the training staff here under his own power. Another flyby as cameraman Tim to pick that one up.
Flyby.
That's the geese just letting us know they're here.
Yeah.
And so 10 seconds. I'm assuming we're just getting a bit of a Hail Mary situation here, Ron, or what do you do here? What's your
take a knee, get out of half.
What's your 1st and 10 from the 7 play?
Take a knee and get out of the half. That's my 1st and 10 with 10 seconds left to play. Let's get out of here.
Well, here comes the Junior Warriors. Back in their 4x1 with familiar look we've seen for most of the game. We'll check the number on the running back. 3 men in motion. And we're going to give this to the running back who's going to go boundary side, who gets through the first couple of tackles, but he's got a man dragging on him in number 10, who just does not give up. That's Jacob Rowley. And gets a first down here, but 3 seconds left.
Number 9's the ball carrier for Waterloo.
Okay, so let's make sure we send a shout-out to Caleb Andreas, who, according to Josh Emery, is a Football North linebacker, currently playing running back.
Oh, I like that. Let's give your physical guy a chance to carry the ball. Linebackers, a lot of times linebackers are running backs, and a lot of times running backs are linebackers.
Similar body style usually.
It's that physicality that you're looking for. And if you don't really have that, like if you've got like a speed guy and an outside zone guy, and you're looking for a hammer, as I always like to say.
Yep.
I always look for give me an offensive lineman that thinks that they are a running back and find out that they can be.
You guys always come and steal from the defense. So three men in motion as we give this one back to the running back who's going to go field side on us. And he's going to be brought down just over the 35-yard line. And that is going to be the half, Mr. Forwarda. Let's talk scoring in the first quarter. Ivancevic on a punt recovery. PAT's good, 7-0. We get a rouge. We get a safety to round off the first quarter. Josh Sigurdsson, your man tonight, pulls or rushes one in, and we get another safety. So 19-0 is the score heading into the half. Ron, changes that you would put in quickly if you're either of these teams heading into the second half?
Well, let's build some momentum if you're Waterloo. Look, at last couple drives, you've had some success running to the boundary. Let's try to keep that going a little bit there. Maybe run some of that quick game instead of that deep pass. Mustangs, finish drives. You've gotten to the 30 a number of times and haven't come away with points.
Yep.
So I'd like to see some finish in those. Overall, I don't have a lot to critique on. I think the special teams for the Mustangs is the deciding factor in this game, and I don't think it's close at this point.
Yeah, and I think, I am surprised at the score right now because really you take away the flubbed punt. I mean, it's great for London, but really the only offensive points coming from Josh Sigurdsson right now. Yeah. So this could be like a much like a 7-0 or 9-0 game right now. But definitely a good showing from both teams. I think this was great preparation from both teams. And I'm looking forward to the second half. So tell you what, Ron, let's take a 12-minute break. We'll go to halftime. We appreciate you logging in and watching the game here on London Football TV. If you're not a subscriber already, please hit that subscribe button. That'll be the one and only time I ask for in the first half.
I may ask again.
Okay, that's fine. That's the only time I'll ask. But certainly, we'll be doing all sorts of coverage this year, including the basic streams for the road games. So if you want to play along and watch the rest of the season, please become a subscriber on the channel. We appreciate you. And we'll be back shortly. And welcome back to the second half of this U18 AAA matchup. You got Adam Melrose and the coach Ron Frawerda on the call today. Ron, talk to me about that first half.
Special teams, special teams, special teams. It is a third of the Canadian game, and it is the difference in this game today. The punt coverage, the kick coverage in general for the Mustangs has been excellent. Waterloo's done a good job of covering their kicks. They've done a good job of kicking. It's little miscues that are happening. It's that fumble return, on that muff punt, and that was really a huge swing of momentum early in this game. Waterloo had stopped London and was getting the ball back, and unfortunately that kind of flipped it all, and then London was able to pin the ball back deep again. So from that point, special teams really dictated field position for the Mustangs, and Waterloo is playing with their backs against the wall a little bit. They've done a really good job late in the second half of establishing a run game and really going after things. Offensively for the Mustangs, I want to give Siggy the ball 20, 25 times in this game. I want to see if he can really rip off a statement game in his first game in the OSFL.
Yeah, I think you nailed it. It was a special teams first quarter for darn sure, with the Rouge's safety and then a punt, a bobbled punt recovery from number 20, Stefan Avancevic. First-year guy earning his stripes on special teams, and, of course, Siggy scoring in the second. So 19-0 heading into the third here, Ron, and we are about to be underway, sir. Kicker number 48 launches this one deep right.
Good placement.
About the 10-yard line. Nice little return happening right now. We're going to get back to about the 31-yard line here, Ron, and here comes the O.
Decent return of 20 yards. So you're outside of that 15 yards, which you're always trying to keep him into. That ball was caught at the 10-yard line. You want to keep that ball, special team-wise, inside the 25 on that. Gets it out to the 31. So that would be a +6 on the special teams. And I think was it number 6 that returned
number 5. So it's going to be our man Snellgrove, who's been returning a lot today.
Yeah.
Well, and here we go. I think we're going to be back in this little bunch look, I think, Ron.
Now, you went to that step-off screen. One of the calls out of that is a wheel route or some type of smash.
Yep, so we see it, but we're going to give this one back to Siggy, who...
That was a good hit. That was a really good hit by the linebacker there. Stood him up after a really short gain of 1 yard.
Yeah, Siggy looking a little lost coming out of that one, but hopefully everything's good there. Putting his mouth guard, I think he put his mouth guard in when he hit the ground. That's one of those things we want to have in earlier, sir.
Yeah.
So
come on, Josh, you know better than that.
Coach Ron says, wear your mouth guard earlier. 3x1 Queen. And that bunch look again here for London.
Defensively, they're still pressuring that boundary corner.
Yeah, I think they you got Drake Logan there. He's a third-year guy. There's the step-off. No, let's give it to Siggy, who's got the edge. And he's got the first down. And here comes probably a hold on the outside. Yep. And another one.
Wow,
that's probably retaliation.
That might be a head tackle or something like that.
So I think we get it right at the numbers around the 30. I think we're about to get – that's the hold from the side judge. Or Wong was
it was a late pylon. And unfortunately, the Waterloo player that piled on was the gentleman who ended up at the bottom of the pile and is down.
Yeah, I think Wong is going to get it for blocking the wrong way here.
Oh, is it the pedestrian block?
Yep. So if you see the hold on, we're going to get the white hat here. Holding, London. Face mask.
Okay.
Waterloo.
So it's a 5-yard difference, but because it's a major foul.
Yeah. Can we get the replay one more time? I thought Wong was going to get it. If you watch him, he ends up being completely 180 at one point. Right.
Okay, but he's engaged.
Now.
No.
Oh, okay. Engaged. Okay.
He's not running back
I caught it late.
His own end zone.
Okay.
He's engaged and it spun.
Okay. So it's more like he's washing the guy out and
yes.
He's got himself turned around. Okay.
No. You can block towards your own end zone. You can't have that.
You couldn't turn around and go peel back.
Yes.
I got you. All right.
So first down for the Mustangs here.
And coming off under his own power is 20. Alex Leduc for the Junior Warriors.
Hey, he's played a solid game. Again, this secondary for Waterloo has played very, very physical.
Yeah. So it's fun being close to the
yeah, I see it too.
It's fun being close to the headset guys, but yeah, let's not say anything.
So Waterloo's adjusting to the run, which means something's open elsewhere.
Yeah. So here we go. Step off. We're gonna find our man 16.
Oh, what a great job of getting off the block.
Yeah. So Henry Scott on the reception, but I think we're gonna lose a couple, and we're gonna end up in a 2nd and 11 here, Ron.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. And again, just does a great job of driving the receiver back into the ball carrier and swallowing it up. That's a really smart heads-up play by the defensive back. This is what we were talking about. The receivers were +1. So all you have to do is, we tell the receivers, all you have to do is get in their way.
Yeah,
but you can't be driven back
safety's
5 yards.
Safety's playing closer to this boundary side hash too. So he's respecting Drake Logan.
Yep.
As we get 3 men in motion here, and Sweeney evades, but is going to get taken down in the backfield by number 99, who went off earlier. So glad to see he's going again. And we've got an offensive lineman down as well, I believe, for London. So this will bring up 3rd and 17. And
Waterloo's done this a couple times today, where they've had really stout defensive plays, where they were able to, send 5 and get home with 5.
Yeah, can we see the replay one more time if you don't mind? So 99.
They're really
coming from a one tech, just gets right through the center and boom. Yeah. I mean, good effort.
So you're basically, what you're doing on that. If we can get it just one more time, and are we able to pause it? Can we pause that?
We technically can, but I have not taught producer Stephanie how to do that.
Okay. So what you're basically doing is you're almost in the bear front there, where you have a 0 over the center. You have a 3 over the guard, and you have a 5 over the end.
Well, it's an underfront too, right?
It's an underfront, but you don't really see underfront to the boundary. You usually see the underfront to the field.
Correct.
So it was a very, very different look from Waterloo, and it got home.
Yeah, well, this brings out Julian Garces and the punt crew.
Is that number 64 coming off, Adam?
64, 60, maybe Cam, 68? We got a hand over the number right now, so I believe it's a 68, and that's going to be, we don't have a 68 on the roster. So
I'll have to wait and see on that number. Little coming off the field, a little bit gingerly on that. So, back to punt, standing at the 16-yard line.
Ooh, bobble on the ground. Julian gets this one away.
That's a good job getting that punt away.
And returner coming in hard. Meets a brick wall. Flag flies.
Well, you've established some physicality in the second half now, Waterloo.
And another flag flies.
They're not going away. So you're going to have a no yards call, 5-yard variety.
Boom.
And then
you got something. Oh, yeah. See, it's all this mess over here with 31.
Yeah. It's just who's going to get the extra 15 on that.
Yeah, Ryan Darby being a bit of a hothead again in a 2-on-1 situation. All right, we're being told by Josh Emery, he's the link here on all the information for Waterloo. Number 99's name is Big Mike.
Big Mike, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mike is big.
So, where's the white hat on this? We're having a bit of a conference.
We're moving towards the London end zone, so on a complete side note, Adam, I'm about to curse it, and I probably shouldn't say this, but 8 minutes to go in the third period. The good guys are leading Montreal 4-3.
Oh, jeez. Football, focus, Ron.
That's all I got.
Then we got some fireworks in the distance.
As a lifetime Sabres fan.
Yeah, so this puts Waterloo in the best field position they've had
Okay, 4x1.
Number 5 in at running back. We're going to hand it to him. He's going to find the middle. Gets brought down here.
Who's that, number 10?
By number 10. And number 10 is going to be Jacob Rowley.
Yeah, Rowley had himself a...
Rowley had himself a heck of a preseason game as well, too.
My apologies on that.
You're good. So, second and 9.
Solid football player, South High School, just nose to the ball. Man, your twos on this team are Sawyer Emmett and Jacob Rowley. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, and again, we talked to this about more back 5R 3x2 with number 5 in at running back. No, it's 9 again. Caleb Anderson. Ooh, potentially offside as Newell finds his man who's going to get across the goal line. Touchdown, Junior Warriors.
They had that coming, so they saw it, and boy did they attack that seam with a lot of speed. And you got a little bit flat-footed and outside positioning with your safety on that, and that's just a nice skinny little post on the inside. And Waterloo is on the board and really taking a little bit of control in the second half here.
Yeah, Owen Brown, number 0, pulling that one in, putting 6 on the board here for the Junior Warriors. And we'll see the and that's blocked. So only 6 on the board. Sorry, I was getting distracted by 3 different things. Getting a chat here or a text from one of our fellow LFTV guys wondering why they blitzed so hard there. But can we see it one more time there, Steph?
They thought they were going for the run, and boy, did they blitzed it.
Yeah, and 20.
So you went 0 coverage across the board there.
Yeah, Cole Fisher doing his best, but just got outfoxed a little bit. So, Ron, we have a 19-6 game with 8:17 left on the clock here in the third. So, plenty of football to be played here at Alumni Stadium. And
I will say this, let's see if we can clean a couple things up in the third quarter here. Most of the Mustangs teams in the third quarter have really come up flat. I'd like to see them kind of correct that right now. Great adjustments by Waterloo in both teams and both games that we saw today. And again, Waterloo's you could kind of see it a little bit in the fourth quarter. You're like, okay, well they're starting to get a few things going. They're building on that momentum. London kind of needs a drive. Hey, this is an onside kick.
Evan Fiddler, definitely looking like he's lining up here for the onside to the bottom of your screen. Goes a little moon shot, and 88's got it, and falls to the ground very smartly here, and that's Isaac Clave. And Josh Emery letting us know, too, Sebastian Newell, quarterback for the Junior Warriors right now, switched from the U16 Lions to the U18 Waterloo team.
We talked about that, how a bunch of those U16, U18 Lions, they're playing in Waterloo now. Waterloo is really kind of taken over that region for football, and it wasn't that long ago that it was, 10, 15 years ago, it was the Predators,
right?
The Twin City Predators, and then it became the Cambridge Lions for a stretch there, and it's kind of cycled into Waterloo. And Guelph has always been a very, very solid program on its own.
Yeah, 3x1 King. Give this ball to Sigurdsson, who's got a big hole up the middle, and a couple of guys. Drake Logan out front blocking. Oh my! And it slips. Logan stays on his block. Sigurdsson's got this down about the 27-yard line. Move the chains. First down, Mr. Fawarda.
Siggy just doing what he does. Nothing fancy. Straight ahead. I'm going to stick my foot in the ground and go north-south. What a great block at the point of attack. Man, it's easy to run the ball when you're not touched for another 30 yards.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, we've got Landon Bordell, we've got Zach Patton, we've got Stuart Walsh, all the boys on the O-line right now putting the work in. That doesn't happen without the big
Patton
dogs.
There? Wow, that's, man, that kid's a dog, an absolute dog at offensive line.
3x1 King.
I think he's going to Laurier, too.
Here we go. Let's give it to New.
Sicky again.
No, new back.
New back? Same play, same result.
Yeah, about 5 yards on it, so it should be about a 2nd and 5. But we've
27.
got 27 for London right now, who's Caden Keeve, who we said his name a heck of a lot in the LFTV high school season, Mr. Ferwerda.
Yep. Gain of 6, gain of 7 on that. So 2nd down and 3 here. So this is where I kind of like, let's do a play action. Let's show that again. See if we can get those linebackers in there and try to get something sticky right behind them.
Well, and
because you got your zero coverage right now.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, now would be that if you're going to hit Drake Logan.
Yep, which is, and here they come.
Oh, they got him. They got him to jump. Drake Logan. No, so Sweeney's going to eat it.
Well, again, they're this is,
you get a free play. You get a free set of downs out of this because it was 2nd and 4.
Wholesale substitutions coming in for Waterloo. 4 linemen coming in. So it's like a hockey shift change.
Yeah, so that'll move it up. 1st down, and keep her going here, Ron.
So, yeah, and again, so what that is, this is what we would call a Hank call, or it's fullback offset to the left. Sigerson in at the tailback position. In handoff, goes to cut back, slips and falls. No gain, maybe a half-yard loss on that. 2nd down. Again, it's the dampness on the field, and this is what makes him so good, is he's really that straight-ahead runner. He tried to cut it back there, and unfortunately just cleats gave out on him. It's that this turf is great at Western, but it does get really, really slick.
Oh, it's an ice rink on the best of days. Out-of-town score update at half. Lions losing to the Tiger Cats 33-0.
Oh, my.
At U18. So we're back to 2x2 King here for the London Junior Mustangs. 2 men in motion.
Showing a lot of pressure.
Sweeney is looking. He's got his man in Lucas Wong. Nice little grab here, and that should be bringing up, I believe, 3rd down, correct?
3rd down and about 4 or 5 here, depending on the spot. So the ball's at the 11-yard line. 3rd down and 4. Adam, what are you calling?
3rd and 4. You have the potential here of, you could try and get him to jump to get a fresh set of downs.
You had the Hank call last time, and it worked. I'm not sure if it's going to work this time. 2x2, 2 in there.
Yep.
They got him to jump again.
Got him jump. Get rid of it, Sweeney. Get up, Drake.
Jake ball.
Oh, so we're going to get a 1st down here.
You're going to have the ball on the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal for the Mustangs. Waterloo jumped again. New quarterback in. Straight ahead dive. I believe it's number 33 in that quarterback position. Touchdown, Mustangs. Number 33 for the London Junior Mustangs with the touchdown. That was an impressive drive.
So we had Emmett Sawyer coming in as the short yardage truck guy and slamming that one in, Ron.
Emmett Sawyer, this a great player who's been with the Junior Mustang program for about 5 or 6 years.
Well, and I think it's Sawyer Emmett. It's I've only known this kid for 6 years, and I still say it wrong.
I know. Apologize to the kid. He only drives from Chatham here every day. Snap is down.
Chip shot.
And it is good. 26-6. That, Adam, was a very impressive drive that I think they needed.
Yeah, 100%. And it's nice seeing, and it's interesting, like this team last year was a second half team. The last couple of years have been big second half teams. And I think, we're starting to see that. And
not only second half team, second half of the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter team.
Fair.
None of the teams for the Mustangs traditionally come out of the half super hot. It's that those accumulative body blows. This is why you run the power. This is why you run the gap schemes that you sometimes run. And you've got a different back in there in Sigerson this year, who is a downhill guy. And when he gets his momentum going, you saw it. He can break off a 40-yard run. I don't think he's the guy that's going to break off the 90-yard run, but he might get 90 yards on 2 runs.
Very fair statement, yeah. And speaking of a guy who's going to hustle down the field, watch Julian Garces here. If you're unfamiliar with big number 21 about to kick this ball, this guy has led tackles on special teams in years past. So just a bit of a ball hawk once that ball's in. And this is going to be fielded and returned because his knee was down here at number 17 at about the 23-yard line. So that's going to be Brody Brasser. And Junior Warriors will go back to work here with a fresh set of downs here, Ron, from it looks like they're spotting it actually at the 24.
Yeah, about the 24-yard line.
That's a healthy 2 extra yards, but let's keep moving.
And again, 4:19 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs are up 26-6. Let's see if Waterloo can continue the momentum that they had on a very successful late first half drive and opening second half drive here.
Yeah, they've got a lot of guys on this team with that that next gear, and looking to see if they can draw them offside a bit here. They give this one off to the running back, who's going to pick up about probably 3 yards here, Ron. I think it looks like they're spotting it. So 2nd and 7.
Yeah, 2nd and 7. But I'm going to make another point on this as we see the replay on that. The U16 Waterloo Warriors, and I've said this during the broadcast already, they beat the U16 Mustangs last year. For that, it was kind of their welcome to the OSFL-AAA team or the division. They beat them. It was in Waterloo last year. Some of those players are on this team.
Fair, yeah.
So that's kind of what you're seeing. Yeah, I think you had procedure there against Waterloo. I think the guard left early.
Just a little. Which we heard all the headsets and the rest of the press box here, bringing that up.
So unfortunately, yeah, he leaned a little bit on that, and it is 2nd down and 11 now for the Waterloo. 2nd down and 11, 3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 running back offsets to the left, looking to the boundary here, slips on his footing. Pass intended for number 17 for Waterloo falls incomplete. 3rd down, and the Warriors are coming out to punt. 2:56 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs do lead 26-6 as we do see the punt team coming out for Waterloo and the return team out there for the Mustangs. Number 5 and number 15 back there for London. Unfortunately, we did not see that really solid momentum for Waterloo continued over into the next drive. Procedure call and then the incomplete pass. It is really, really damp on that field. That field is slick, and you can see people sliding everywhere. Standing at his 9-yard line is the punter for Waterloo. The kick is away. It's a good high kick. Drives it down over his head. Bounces at the 35-yard line. Picked up by London. Great coverage. Was there a face mask on that? He went down awfully awkwardly. No call on that. Returner was number 5 for for London. Gets it all the way down to the 34-yard line. 1st down for London. That's a great job of flipping the field on the punt. That's a massive punt. About 45, 50 yards on that. So, London with the ball on the right hash. Breaks the huddle. 3 to the field, 1 to the boundary. Fullback offset in that fullback position on the left. Waterloo's really creeping up. They're showing 0 coverage again. Back to pass, taking a shot downfield for Drake Logan. Falls incomplete. Just connections not quite there yet for these two. They've had a couple opportunities. Unfortunately, not able to get it. Waterloo really showed a lot of pressure there. And we have a 2nd down and 10 for the Mustangs. 2:13 left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs break the huddle. Trips to the field, bunch look with a king offset to the left. Single receiver on the right boundary, 1 running back in. Inside handoff to Sigerson. Sigerson actually bounces outside, gets the edge, loses his footing a little bit. Gain of 4 on the play, and the Mustangs are going to punt after a really quick 2 and out.
Picked up by number 27, Scott. gains 5 on the play, third down.
So Sigerson gains 5 on that play. Trying to run the 200 on that. Ball's at the 39-yard line. Left hash for London. Garces will be punting the ball, and he'll be punting this ball approximately the 25-yard line. Adam, welcome back.
Live TV, Ron. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. It's always fun getting the rust off for the players and all the equipment that's been sitting around for a hot minute. So we should be good to go for the stream. We just won't have replays for the next little bit, Ron.
All right.
And a high punt as looks like 21 back to return. This is brought down on the 40-yard line.
Waterloo had a great punt down there where they flipped the field, where basically they kicked the ball at the 25-yard line. London ended up with it at the 35-yard line. Look at what that's done now. That's a 15-yard difference in the punting from where you ended to where you started. That's a plus 15. That's a big advantage for Waterloo. That's kind of a plus win on that. They've done a really good job of flipping the field in this half.
Yeah, well, with $1:10 left here in the third quarter on, fresh set of downs here.
But we are getting to the point where that's great. Intentions are great. You need points. You're how many more possessions are you going to get? And you got to start capitalizing on all of them.
Yeah, well, that 4x1 look we've seen all game here, Ron. As we'll see 3 men go in motion. Newell's going to give this to the running back, who's find a little hole up the middle and gets to about the 43, 44-yard line here. So probably a 2nd and 6.
Yeah,
and
again,
21 running the ball.
They've really stayed with that run game, and I like that. Run your offense. Run what you've been good at. Run what philosophy is. Keep doing what you're doing. Eventually, it's going to work out for you. Sometimes it doesn't. More times than not, it does. But it's really, really good. And they're marking them short of the 45, Adam. They're marking them at the 44 for a gain of 3 on that. So we're going to call it 2nd and 7 here.
Second and 7. So 3 men going in motion, 4 men going in motion as Newell finds a man in the flats. And if he caught it, then good old Sawyer Emmett was ready to finish that real quick.
Yeah. So that was a great – you had a double under basically going on here. And you had the outsides running off their guys, okay? And you had 2 guys underneath. You had the halfback coming out on an under, but you almost had that 3rd guy coming out on that double under there. So that would be a route that we would call dusty, double under.
Well, same look, same motion. Newell having a look field side. Gets a little taste from one of the guys, and this one's picked off in the end. I think this is Sawyer Emmett.
33.
Who's going to get this, trying to find the sideline, gets it back to the original line of scrimmage.
He gets more than that. He gets that all the way beyond the 40-yard line, down to about the 37, 38 there, Adam. Wow.
And that should, a flag flies up top as we've got, looks like 9 for the London Junior Mustangs. So Caleb Chapman having a little chat with the sideline. I think it was a little too close. Get that kid out of here.
Look. Anytime you're running back towards the sidelines and you put your hands up like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't do it.
Chances are you did it, and I get to yell at you as a coach.
Yeah. So that, I think they'd already whistled it down. This is after the play.
Oh, heavens, yes.
So we should be getting into the 4th quarter here. Yes, we are. So 4th, clock's reset.
Still want to see which way it happened. Is it the retaliation or the instigation penalty? Realistically, it should be offsetting.
Well, here comes the white hat, number 23.
So the Mustangs will be going into the north end zone to start the 4th quarter here. Unnecessary roughness against London. Piling on. How is that piling on against London when they had the ball?
Yeah, I don't get that one either, Ron. But was it the initial? Was it? I think obviously we don't have the replay right now, but
because the Mustangs are retaining possession.
I think Tayshawn got to the queue. So it might have been like, and he was down and he kind of dove. So
No, because that would be a penalty.
Right.
That'd be a continuation penalty.
Yeah.
So that'd be a 15-yard penalty, and that would have been an automatic. London's got the ball here.
well,
And they returned it to the 45-yard line, and now it's at the 50. So it's a 15-yard penalty against London. I don't get a piling on penalty when you're the one being tackled, but maybe there is somebody coming in and just, extending a hand up
Right.
or down during the tackle. Not really sure.
Well, I don't think
regardless.
you and I aren't solving this one right now, Ron, and
No.
maybe we'll chat with the refs after the game and find out exactly
I don't think so.
what.
So here we go, Adam.
Okay, back to work here, Ron. 2x2 with Wong in the backfield and Sigurdsson. 2 men in motion. Sigurdsson, nothing doing in the no. Check that. No, that is Sigurdsson rather.
Yeah.
Picks up about 5 yards, 2nd and 5 here, and a nice little other healthy run for Mr. Sigurdsson.
Yeah, Siggy just goes off the right edge there, and again, it's meant to be an inside run. Waterloo's done a good job of clogging up those run lanes. They've brought the extra linebacker in. They're going zero safety up top. With that 2x2, you can kind of afford to do that.
22 King for London.
So they've dropped the linebacker down to the safety position now, but he's playing over the boundary.
Yep, and we're going to roll this one out to the field side. Sweeney gets rid of it. Nice grab. Downfield, fresh set of downs, and that is one heck of a catch from Ethan Christensen. I believe a Laurier high school player.
Yeah, again, just good job staying in. Look at scramble rules. Get in the quarterback's vision so he sees that you're open, so he can throw you the ball. It's a mesh rollout, which is he's coming all the way across the field on that over route, and you're rolling out. And that's a tough throw. Right-handed quarterback rolling out to his left. That's tough.
Halfback left here with Lucas Wong, who comes across in motion. Are we going to hit him? No, we're looking
Oh.
deeper than that. And
He's trying to do it again.
looking for Christensen, but just a little bit of a low throw here, Ron.
Yeah, and again, it's a tough throw to do. I think I would have thrown it to the check down, Mr. Wong, earlier. Yeah, there was a linebacker there, but let your big fullback eat a little bit. Come on.
Wong's a big body. I think, Christensen was a little more covered up.
Yeah, they recognized it, and the safety rolled over the top of it this time. 2nd down and 10, Adam.
Yep, same look here. Back to Queen look at this time.
They're coming.
Couple minute motion. Here comes the house as we give this to Sigurdsson, and the house is successful. That'll be a loss of about 5 here, Ron. So this should be bringing up 2nd and about 16, 2nd and 15.
They've made an adjustment. When they go into that king or that queen look, they're bringing 8. They're saying we've got 2 guys that are coming, and they're stacking up each gap, and they're coming across and they're coming through. So, what's your adjustment off of that? Because you got to show that you got to beat that look sooner or later.
Yeah, if you don't have the numbers, I mean, and shoot, I don't know the replay, but they all came free.
Yeah, they
so
they're in zero coverage there. Everyone's matched up man on, and they're bringing 8, and they're not hiding it.
Yeah, Tayshawn Duncan checking in here. Oh yeah, punt. So it should be 3rd and 15.
Yeah, it is.
Garces gets this one away. A bit of a high punt here to the right side here, Ron. That's going to bounce off the deck. We got guys in the area. They're getting free of the yards. Nope, they're not going to get enough. So that'll go out around the 15, but they'll get it's a 5-yard variety?
It's a 5-yard variety, so the ball's going to go up to about the 22-yard line is where the spot will be. Just trying to, it's going to be about the 20, 28.
Multiple refs spotting right now, so it's where are you guys going?
It's finding out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Junior Warriors backed up again. Still 9:31 here in this 4th quarter, Ron.
Well, there's still time.
Plenty of football to be played here. And we're going to go back 5R. with, I believe, Caleb Anderson in the backfield. And we're going to give it to him, who's looking for the middle, finds a hole, and just gets brought down by 30 here on the defense for London. That's going to be Carter McBurney, but not before picking up about 5, 6. Yeah, oh, no, 7. Okay, keep walking, ref. 2nd and 3.
Checking the out of town scoreboard.
Yeah,
on a few
5R
of these.
again. We're going to give that back to the back, who's going to
Wow.
keep his feet pumping, and this should be a first down, Junior Warriors. What do you got for me? An out of town score, Ron?
Essex Ravens 13, Brantford Bison 10. Final.
Wow.
That's a close game.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a very, very close game. There's a couple AA games in there. Cambridge Lions looks like they won their game today, 16-12. Hamilton beat Cambridge 35-0 was the score that's posted.
Well, 3 to the boundary here, back in 5R for the Junior Warriors here, Ron. We get 3 men in motion. We'll give it back to the running back who almost had a hole but gets tripped up. Good job by the defense of shutting that one down. So picks up a couple here. So this will end up being 2nd and about 8.
2nd down and 8, and we have a player down for Waterloo. I think it might be the running back, actually.
Well, we'll get
It was tough. It was tough to say. Again, you can see how slick the field is. Like, they're just not cutting the same way, and the temperatures definitely dropped in the last hour or so. There's definitely a haze sitting over the field. We're on the booth in here, and at the start of the game, the door beside us was closed, and it was warm in here, and it's cool in here now. It's like it's almost old man jacket weather.
Well, I can shut that door if you'd like.
No,
Ron.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I do have a jacket, and I am an old man.
There you go. Well, why don't we, while we're waiting on this injury, let's have a look at the schedule for the Junior Mustangs. Obviously, another home game here next Saturday against the visiting Cambridge Lions. Then the Stangs go on the road to Burlington. Then we're back here again for another stream for the Ticats game.
That's kind of the game that you kind of circle on your calendar right now. And then, of course, the following week, we've talked about it many, many times. If there's 2 ladies, one's from Windsor, one's from London, they're playing bridge.
Oh, it's going to be a scrap.
There's going to be words.
4x1 as we give this one back to Anderson, who makes a couple of nice cuts up the middle. Fresh set of downs here as he gets to about the 44-yard line here, Ron. So 1st and 10 Warriors as they start marching, 7:30 on the board.
And then the last home game is Brantford here against the Mustangs.
Who stepped up Brampton, the Bisons, into AAA this year after having a very successful AA.
Well, 2 years of AA championships, back-to-back years for them.
Yeah.
So that was a good team there last year.
Yeah. Here we go. Back 5R again. Anderson in the backfield, I believe. As high snap kind of bobbles, and the running back gets his hand on it, but not before getting loaded up.
Yeah, unfortunately, the timing of that was just thrown off just a little bit.
You've got Emmett, you've got Duncan, you've got 77 in there, who I think is Denver Hudson. So, and we've got number 72 as well, too, another first-year Maximus Smith playing in the interior on the D-line there. So we've actually got most of the D-line right now. Yeah, I believe you got Jollymore, Colson Gray, Max, and Denver, who are all first-year players, doing a great job right now on this D-line. So running back looking to find that middle hole, but great fill, really good swarm to the ball here.
That's really good. That's good defense in general, just doing their things together. The defensive line really absorbing the blockers, allowing the linebackers to flow over, which is basically what we saw there. And again, just nowhere to go, forcing a 3rd down and about. It's a long 6 here, and Waterloo, like we talked about, Adam. Your back's against the walls now. You got to score on every possession, and you're under 6 minutes. and you've got a third down, and we're going to call it 7 here.
Yeah, I want to give it to the running backs here of the Junior Warriors, man. Like, they're hitting the line hard as Newell drops back, hits the boundary side, puts this one up, looking for number 11. Unable to pull that in. That would have been Kingston Dashper, of the Waterloo Junior Warriors. And that'll turn us over here, Ron. So with 5:41, London heads back out with a fresh set of downs. And we're still 26-6 here at Alumni Stadium at Western University.
Yeah,
so.
and again, it's not obviously every drive that you want points, but you want about 2.5 minutes clock off here. Okay, you want to get this down to the 3-minute warning.
So
on this drive.
Do you expect Coach or OC Luke Wilson to just run the ball here and really just chunk some time off?
You're going to run the ball, or you're going to run some type of easy completion where it's you just keep things going. Like, you've got it set up out here again. Throw the ball.
Well, here we go. There's Lucas Wong. We're going to connect with him, who's going to get out of bounds, but maybe get about a half a yard here. So
and again, they're giving up that that extra guy out there, but they're really stacking there. I'd almost go to that pyramid look that they've gone there. Bring the other guy up a little bit tighter and show a bit more of a diamond as opposed to a pyramid, and force them to make a decision.
Yeah. Okay. So they put the yard mark, the stick right back at it. So we're 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
So I guess from our angle, it looked like he got a bit more on that. So guess not. So we go back to 22 Queen.
See if they run that blitz again now that we're in the Queen look.
They're in a wide front on the D line. So
here they come again.
Here comes that double A gap blitz as Sweeney gets
gobbled
up.
Time.
Yeah. As soon as they've gone to that wide look, it's been just a bit of a sieve.
Yeah. And they're not hiding it.
Yeah. So that'll be a loss of about 6. So third and 17.
Yeah. That was a big loss on that. You're back at midfield, which really you don't really mind, more room to punt. But if you look at the clock, this is not what you wanted to do. You wanted to take that down another minute and a half. It's first down to it's not points as much now. It's time off the clock. It's the seconds and the minutes. So if I'm Garces, I'm not kicking this ball until probably 4. Why is it stopped now? It was a completed pass. It was a sack. This ball should be anyway.
That clock's been freezing a little bit too. Yeah, it just reset. It's down to 3:59.
Okay, good.
So really, really okay. So we're gonna get a no yards, but a nice tackle deep there by number 31. So Ryan Darby earning his stripes on specials. We may have a man down. Nope, he's getting up. But flag, no yards for sure, Ron. And just under 4 minutes now in a 26-6 affair for your London Junior Mustangs.
Yeah, you were on that drive. Like the point I was trying to make is you want to get a first down or two and take another minute of the clock off there. And again, it's not necessarily the yards that you wanted. It's the time. You want to get the time, give them as little time to operate as possible, and keep the possession in your favor.
Well, the stick crew's getting reset here. And Waterloo really backed up, but you know what?
They've played well.
Yeah, I've really liked seeing. Again, I said it earlier too. Benedict and Caleb Andreas. So Benedict Nicoy and Caleb Andreas really hit the freaking line of scrimmage hard here, man. Like I'm impressed. Not a lot of fear. So clock's running. We're back into 3x2. And Newell, again, he might just escape and keep this one. Yes, he is. So it's just going to find the sideline, but not before getting lit up by our good man, number 20 here, in Stefan Ivancevic with a score earlier in the game. Now he's got a little tackle highlight as well, too.
Well, that's a gutsy quarterback taking that hit.
Yes.
Let's give credit where credit is due. I don't want my quarterback taking that hit. I definitely don't want that. 35 came across and absolutely cleaned his clock. Get out of bounds earlier, son.
Yeah.
Live to fight another day.
Eric Burns coming number 35 here, so back into 5R for Waterloo. 3 men in motion again. Newell looking for number 10. Nothing doing here.
He can't make it out of the cut. He was just sliding right out of that. It was trying to do a speed out over on the boundary here, and he he went to cut it and he just lost his footing and slipped and
Yeah.
wasn't able to extend out.
Alec Latchford. I got the that's our replay system right here, Ron. You can watch the stream and delay.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm like, why are you handing me your phone, dude?
yeah, no. So 3 to the boundary, 2 to the field here. So staying in this 5R, I believe Caleb Andreas in the mix here, stays in, does a great job picking up the linebacker, and Newell looking to escape again, but is brought down by the boys. And I believe actually
57?
12. We got a new quarterback in right now here, Ron.
Okay.
Anthony LaRusso is taking snaps.
All right, so that's good that you're getting your guys in there, getting some valuable playing time. Number 57 with the sack for the Mustangs, or
Yeah.
pulled him down after
So
like no game.
57, Uriel Niaya Tomta.
And that's, the Mustangs.
Oh, that's Yuri. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's the Mustangs are getting some of their substitutions in at this point too,
Yeah.
as well.
Well, 248. I mean, anytime you get a chance to put your players up against not our players,
Yes.
it's a good move. So
Yes, and and that was what I meant on that. Around 6.5 minutes left, I said, you've got to score on every drive now.
Yeah.
That was kind of the end of the.
what was interesting, Drake Logan was running out to be a returner on this, but then they pulled him back last minute. So wondered if that was a change up just to see if they could get something
This
going.
punter's good.
Yeah. Okay. Make sure you call for it, boys. So 15's going to pull this one in, looking for the wide side of the
get the
field.
200.
Colton Van Hooydonk. Nice little return here, Ron. And, I mean,
Good
the
speed.
Stangs going back to work again.
44-yard line, I think is where they're going to mark him.
Six.
They're going to mark him out at the 47.
Yeah, and here comes, speaking of swapping in cues, we
All
got
right.
big number 6, Bertiome, coming into the mix.
St. Joe's?
Yes.
Yeah, this is an impressive young man who doesn't. I believe he's a grade 11 going into grade 12. So this,
He is an 09 indeed.
yeah. So he's got a bright future ahead of him, and from the film I've seen on him, he's very impressive.
Yeah, 2x2 King.
That's a
Got
good
his
throw.
man. Really nice throw on the reception.
He knows where he's very decisive.
81. That's going to be Jackson Teal. Had a touchdown in the preseason game last week. Nice little head top.
Yeah. Very, very decisive with the ball. Knows where he wants to go with it. Delivers it with authority. Doesn't, pardon my language, doesn't half-ass it.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah.
That clears the censorship here at London Football
Okay,
TV.
good.
3x2 again, or so 3x1 with the Queen.
Here comes
As,
pressure.
Bertiome having a look to the field side. Ooh, was looking for number 89, Slade DeBoca, and lucky that didn't get picked.
Well, I thought I almost hit the bat that was coming across the field there.
Was there a bat?
Yeah, there is a bat coming across the field. So I'm like, wait, what? So I don't know if it was in the shot, but I definitely saw it coming. So
Cameraman Camden's just good at catching geese on the flybys.
well, they're much larger.
Under 2 minutes here as we stay in this. We're back in the bunch 31 with the Queen.
See what I mean about it? Just force them to make a decision on this.
Oh yeah, but that step offs there, especially when looks like we're getting a bit of cut. Oh, Bertiome with the spin move. Finally gets brought down here at about the 29-yard line.
That's a first down.
Heck yeah. Move the sticks.
I like this kid. He's
He's got a little swagger to him. I like it.
Something about him. Something about him. I've enjoyed watching him at St. Joe's. We've done a couple of games over
Yeah.
there. Shout out to our friend the Hammer and the Everett Hammer.
Everett Hammer, yeah, should have been on the call tonight. Actually, we didn't bring that up. 2x2 Queen. As Bert,
Oh, you got a switch route happening here.
ooh, going.
Oh, intercepted.
And it was looking.
Oh,
No,
he
they're calling
dropped
it
it.
no. So was looking for
Dude.
34 in Charles Landry.
Yep.
But yeah, almost picked.
22 had his hands on it. Was bringing it in. He just couldn't squeeze it to the ground.
Yeah. I'm thinking Jonathan Bertiome, in case we're saying it wrong, and I'm sure we'd have heard about it in the chat by now. Let's call him JB. I like it.
Yeah.
And we'll get the pronunciation, even though I've met this kid multiple times. I don't want to. If Mama Bear or Grandpa's watching, I don't want to get the last name wrong. So JB at the helm. 2x2 King.
Pressure.
They're not on that
Here
wide
they come.
look. Yeah. gets rid of it, finds his man downfield. And
See, if you're making that pressure call, it's got to be a quick throw.
yeah, Isaac Clavette on the reception here, Ron. So should be, I think, 3rd and 4. Yeah, okay, they keep moving it.
Yeah,
Call it 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4 here, but again, just minute 15 left to go in the ball game.
JB's looking for that teal connection that he had in the last game. Could we see it again here, Ron?
Is Lincoln out there? Oh, they got him.
Free play. Get rid of it. Get up.
He got him.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Was it teal?
88.
Yeah, so 88. Oh, Isaac Clavette.
Wow.
Touchdown Mustangs.
Okay, I usually don't go for touchdowns in the last minute. This is impressive. Okay, this is a grade 11 kid with the composure coming into this game. They do the Hank call. They get him to jump.
Yeah.
And delivers an absolute strike where his guy's going to get it or no one else is. And oh my goodness, the Mustangs got another quarterback in the works.
Well, and there's Kingston Spilo's in the mix too. So like,
Yeah.
there's we got dogs. So we'll let Mr. Garces do his thing, or do they have the other kicker in? Nope, Garces.
Garces' extra point is good. 33-6, 59 seconds left. That was impressive, Adam.
Yeah, nice little drive. Obviously, you know what? It's late in the game. We got some hard substitutions going on both sides of the field right now. But hey, these first-year boys can play. And nice to see, great shot at the sideline right now. Clavette getting some love from his boys.
And I don't want to jinx it, but who was playing quarterback last year in the championship game for the Mustangs?
Andre Thompson.
Because it wasn't the gentleman that started tonight.
Yeah, but Sweeney got them to that game, right?
I'm saying you got.
You got another guy. Yeah,
you got a legit quarterback behind.
You know who was there was the defensive end who stepped up to play, right? Yeah, it's nice knowing you got some studs in the stable here.
That drive was as important as the Sickerson drive in the first half.
Yeah. And like the whole sideline's awake again and everybody's jamming.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, beautiful.
Good on him.
59 seconds left here as we head into a kickoff for Mr. Garces. We got specials out. It's been a night for special teams here, Ron. Same returners, it looks like, deep in the end. And going to bobble that one a little bit. Number 9 in Caleb Andreas.
Yeah.
Is going to drop on that just shy of the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Junior Warriors.
And again, this is just what the quote-unquote sloppy play that we see that has nothing to do with the caliber of these players. It is field conditions.
Oh, it's an ice rink out there on this field. It's beautiful new turf, but it's so slippery.
And you get a night like this that is humid to say the least.
Well, I don't know if we can zoom out after this play and get the sort of the haze on the lights on the far stands here, but yeah, it's definitely. That's all the humidity from earlier in the day, and that crazy rain we had is 3 men go in motion here. We're going to give this to the running back who cuts to the outside, and here comes the defense to bring. Okay, 20-20 on the initial tackle here. So Stefan Ivancevic, yeah, and there's that shot we were talking about. This is how humid it is here. That's the haze coming off all the lights. Thank you, cameraman Camden. As this will bring up.
Camden's done a good job, and I usually don't give him a lot of credit.
That's true.
Because he usually doesn't deserve it. But he's done a great job, and he's standing up there, and poor Muffin's a little bit chilled up there.
I know. I spent the whole day up there, and
but you stood in the rain. He's standing in the evening moistness.
We appreciate our camera people. 3-by-1. Newell. Or no, sorry, that was the new. We picked this one off. It's going to be.
Take a knee, son.
Looking for a number. And all right, so we finally got the tackle here. I think that's Noah Reese, number 25, I believe. Yes, it is.
So you got a penalty flag on the far side. I don't know what it was for. Was it 20 or 25 that got the pick?
25, Noah Reese.
Okay.
Yeah. So 38 seconds. Are we just going to knee this thing out?
I mean, I would, but if you want to get a a couple more snaps for your guy, why not? But
Yeah.
you're not throwing it. You want to hand it off. Just get him some game time experience. You don't know what the following weeks are going to be. So I certainly am. I'm definitely not going to do anything to run up a score. Was that a pedestrian block?
Yeah, it was
Peel back.
the fist together symbol.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that is the peel back pedestrian block. So that is running back towards your own end zone, which is what it was, and unfortunately laying a block on somebody.
Well, I think we might get a couple of extra plays here, Ron. As you mentioned, you got all your seconds and thirds in right now, so might as well give them some real-life reps here in the game. With JB back in taking the snaps, we're going to hand this off to our back in number 27. That's Caden Keeve.
His first couple touches of the game.
And the clock didn't run. Sure.
Okay. It's running now.
Okay. So we'll probably get at least 2 more plays in, unless this goes long, or breaks.
Now, if I'm the quarterback, I don't want to snap it until it's about 11 seconds here.
Right. Which, they're going to get it at about 14. So JB finds his man in the flats here, Ron, who's able to roll off a first couple, and now we're well out of bounds and getting lit up by 3 junior Warriors with no flags. So we connect with Colton Van Hooydonk, and we should have one more here, Ron. 5 seconds left on the clock. And I think they're asking...
Well, it's third down and short, so it doesn't matter. Like if anything, I want to line up and get the clock running.
Mm-hmm. Well, they signaled he's still signaling. Like Joe Strummer here. Here we go. Last play of the game here, Ron, barring a penalty.
Take a knee.
No, we're running. 2 guys go in motion. Oh, little bobbled on what side that was going, and now we're done. That's the game here, Ron. Your final on the day, 33-6 for your London Junior Mustangs U18 AAA squad. And a heck of a game. Definitely a battle of special teams in the first quarter. Ron, nice touchdown from Siggy in the third. Then in the second, in the third, Owen Brown, Agent Zero of the Junior Warriors, getting it done. Emmett Sawyer putting one in for the Stangs, and then JB to Clavette here in the fourth, giving us a grand total today of 33-6 for the Junior Mustangs. Ron, final thoughts on this one?
A very atypical game for the Mustangs. You scored on offense, you scored on defense, and you scored on special teams. You played the field position game, and you won. You kind of won all 4 phases of it. It's a 33-6 game. It sure didn't feel like a 33-6 game. I thought Waterloo played this game very, very competitively. As a Mustang broadcaster and fan, I'm glad we played them now.
Yeah.
Because I think in a couple of weeks from now, this might be a little bit different team. And this is not a team I don't think that you want to play later on in the season.
Yeah.
Hats off to Waterloo, who played a great game. Mustangs are just that one player better right now.
Yeah.
Is the best way to put it.
You know what? I was very impressed with some of the first-year guys on the Junior Mustangs today. Stefan Ivancevic and obviously JB stepping up late in the game here. Siggy had a nice game here too as a second-year guy. But I think one of the things I was most impressed with today was the defensive line from the Junior Warriors.
Yes.
Especially in that wide front when they were just coming with that double A gap blitz. Like, that was deadly for them. And if they could continue to work on that speed and work on all of that, then I think it's going to be sorry, I'm just getting distracted here by, it looks like somebody having words with offensive coordinator Luke Wilson here at the end of that line. So
I wouldn't do that.
as he's walking away right now. So I tell you what, Ron, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for tuning in here at London Football TV. We will be back next Saturday for both the U16 and the U18 games next weekend at 5 and 8 o'clock respectively. And for Camden on camera, Candace on score, Stephanie at production, Ron Ferwerda, who we all both love and cherish, and the voice of an angel. I've been Adam Melrose. This has been London Football TV. We'll see you next Saturday.